Welcome back to this emergency broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. Please stand by. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the show that never ends, the Orloff Inspirational Network. Welcome back to Channel 47, WFUN, here in Rural Retreat, Virginia, on the Orloff Inspirational Network. We're interrupting programming with a special stream. Now, we just ended a live hour stream, and now we're starting a new one. This will not be as long because we were just informed from Kevin Johnson, who is the famous owner. Where's my card, man? Hold on a minute. Oh, yeah, here we go. Just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Technical difficulties. Kevin Johnson, the owner and proprietor of Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona, who is at this phone number. Um, he's just acquired some more comic books, man. We're going to look at them here live here in a moment, as soon as he pops on. And you can come on, too. I've got the link. Now, see, there was a guy that I feel sorry. Did I contact Kevin? No, I told him I'd come on. My wife's asking, did you contact Kevin? I told him after I ate, I would go on live, and I have the link in the chat. So right now, until he comes on, I'll just fill the readers, viewers, whatever the heck they are, all three of them, in on what's going on. A lady comes in yesterday to his comic store in Mesa, Arizona, and says, my brother had a dream of opening a comic book store, and he passed away before he could open it. He was just about to open it in New Jersey, and he passed away. And I've got as many comic books as you have here in the store, but they're all Silver Age and mostly Marvel. And she had 18 books with her, and he bought them very quickly last night, and we saw them earlier on the previous stream. Very important books in Marvel Comics history, and some of them look like they were just printed yesterday, like they were brand new. So these are copies that are 8.5s, 9s from comics from 66, 67, whatever. So she said, I've got all kinds of comics. I'll bring some more in. So she brought in 2 stacks of comics. He has them piled up in his store and is about to show them to us as soon as he comes out now. She said, well, what kind of comics do you like? What would you like me to bring? Because he says, well, I really like horror stuff. Because I guess he was hoping that she would say, that she would say that she had pre-code horror or famous monsters of filmland or something like that. But she said, well, I have Frankenstein's. So I said, well, that's got to be the Marvel early to mid 70s Frankenstein comic, or it could be that they're Dick Briefer being an artist that did a Frankenstein comic in the 40s and 50s that alternated between a true horror comic and a goofy, funny comic. And it just, the same comic just changed the way they depicted Frankenstein. The whole tone of the comic changed. It was wonderful either way. Dick Briefer's Frankenstein. Anyway, then it turned out that it was the monster Frankenstein, the Marvel comic, and she brought in the first 18 issues. Misspellings don't seem to deter the censorship. What are you? You can't. You must be writing something that's getting censored. What the heck could you be saying? So, and she brought in some Tales of Suspense and Tales to Astonish today, and those are books that I collect heavily and always have, and so I'm I brought 2 boxes down from the attic of my Tales of Suspense and Tales to Astonish, and I'm going to look. I haven't seen these books he just got in, but when he pops on, I'm going to look at them and see which ones I have and which ones I don't have. I have quite a few of them. Can you see my comment on StreamYard? All I see is, did you contact Kevin? Misspellings don't seem to deter the censorship. Can you see my comment on StreamYard? That's all. No, I don't see any other comments. So it's being censored not by YouTube, but by StreamYard. But I can't imagine what you're saying that, what are you, why or how are you? She's saying, wow. I don't know. What is the comment about that would be so sensitive to these StreamYard idiots? We don't live in a free country currently. It's freedom of speech is out the window, but hopefully that will be fixed soon with the next administration. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So how about that? So it's Christmas time here in Rural Retreat, Virginia. Um, how are you guys doing? So we had an entertaining stream earlier. Um, I was telling Zork I've seen that avatar in the chat before. Oh, and that was censored? Oh. Oh my gosh. Well, we had Scott from Last Frontier Comics. We had Kevin Johnson from Gotham City Comics on the stream that just ended. Um, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make it seem. There's no emergency. I just got contacted by the answering service via beeper. I'm at my niece's dog's wedding. Is there some sort of emergency? No, I just put emergency broadcast because there's some new comics that have arrived at Gotham City Comics. To me, that's an emergency. I guess I shouldn't have put emergency broadcast. That does seem like trolling, doesn't it? Or what do you call it? Not trolling, but what do you call it? Uh, what do they call it you when you put something to get views? That's uh, I forget what you could. There's a term for it. And she says, I've seen that avatar in the chat before, maybe even that screen name, and I recognize patterns. Justin, I slit the sheet I slid, and on this, yeah. Clickbait, that's the word. Yes, clickbait. Clickbait, thank you. Yeah, I couldn't think of the word. It's, Alzheimer's is a terrible and wonderful thing because every day is like Christmas when you have Alzheimer's because you keep saying, wow, I didn't know I owned all this cool stuff. Wow, this is great. Uh, but I shouldn't make Alzheimer's jokes because humor offends people now. Humor is now a bad thing. Humor is frowned upon by New World Order. You don't make jokes about things that are, yeah. God damn, that scared me, man. Jesus Christ. I thought it was a rat. This this bag slid down off of a piece of furniture in front of me, and it just in my peripheral vision, it looked like a rat. This is a bag that I was about to throw away. It's a comic bag, but it's one of those bad bags where they have my mother used to call it stickum. The sticking substance is actually on the flap, so it will almost certainly cause uh, cover pulls, tears. It's a very badly designed box, bag, whatever you call it. Sometimes I can't think of the right words. So, but I got my pencil ready to write down on this, figure out which one of these books he doesn't, that he has that I don't have, man. So anyway, this lady is not going to be coming back until after Christmas, but she's going to be coming back with more and more comics to fill his store with, because she says this store doesn't smell like old comics, because he has mostly modern books, because people like us have bought all the Silver Age books he had, and so I guess that this 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 is your pen. I don't think this is your pen. It could be your pen. I don't know where I got this pen. I'm sorry if it's your pen. It could be your pen. Could possibly be. This pen is not your pen. This is my pen. Well, you can have the other pen back. Although I like that pen. Stop taking my pens. LOL. Lol. So yes, it's not really an emergency broadcast. That was clickbait indeed. It might not be. Um, but we're here to see new comics, and I don't know if Kevin Johnson at Gotham City knows I'm on the air yet. I told him it'd be about 45 minutes. I don't know if it's been that long. I don't know. Where's my drink? Oh. Yes, indeed. This isn't going to be a long broadcast, so never fear. So, the link, it's been longer than, it's been longer than the storm's been in the middle. What was that stupid song go? Was that a Dan Fogelberg song? Longer than the. Is that a I only know who Dan Fogelberg is because my older brother, his wife had a Dan Fogelberg record. It was horrendous. Whoever that idiot is, it's been longer than 45 minutes. Well, but he's probably busy because with the reelection of Donald J. Trump, business has increased at stores. People are energized. People are feeling good. It's morning in America, and so they're buying lots of comic books and collectibles. So he's probably busy, but it wouldn't hurt if someone text messaged him and said, "Hey, we're on the air, man." He also has like a 5 million original Monster High dolls and still in the packaging that he's just come by that he has on consignment. So if you're looking for Christmas gifts for people that like that sort of thing, he's got that stuff ready for you. How about that? And let me put the link in the chat once again. All right. Okay, well, what the heck? Meyer says, I just watched a video about the Kuba comet on my tablet here at the dog wedding reception. We're at Tony Roma's. Is the Kuba comet the television set made in Germany that's got the cool? It's like a mid-century, early 50s. It's got a angular. Oh yeah, yeah. It's got a TV and a stereo. Let me see if that's what it is. Let me see. Let me do. Let me do. I'm gonna go to the Phantom Zone for a minute and look that up. Hmm. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay. Did I disappear while I was doing that? Uh, yes, it's wild, he says. Was it a video on YouTube? Yeah, let me show you what he's talking about here, folks. Um, it's a TV set that looks like that. And see that bottom part folds out, and there's a stereo and turntable and everything. This is what it looks like. I don't think there's many that are in existence, but this is a German piece of furniture. It's weird that he says the Kuba comet, and I immediately knew what he's talking about. Uh, that's something that would be a dream to own. Yeah. So, how about that, ladies and gentlemen? Let's look at pictures while we're waiting for Kevin to appear. This is drawn by Drew Friedman. He's going to be selling this print soon. It's their wedding day. And this is this comic was mentioned earlier. Well, Scott at Last Frontier Comics was showing this book earlier. He just got this in the mail, and he was thinking that this is an actual. This might be actually where the inspiration for the Death Star came from. And he said this the ship being in the tractor beam, whatever, kind of looks a little like an X-wing too, and so that is actually true. And I've been enjoying this Batman AI art that's been popping up on there's a Facebook group for Batman AI art, and it's I find I agree with you. AI is horrible, and it really does seem like demons are actually generating it. I really am not even kidding. I think that there's a demonic element to this AI art. But it's still, while AI is creating things like this, it's that it just entertains me. I love the floating tanks. I love that Batmobile. It's like I wish human artists could create stuff this good, and it's just so insane that I love it. Um, how about that? Oh, someone's here in the here. Who could this be? Well, it's Gotham City. Hello there.
Guys from the Midwest.
Yeah.
Tell them that freaking we have 15 data centers for Google now in freaking Mesa.
Is that good or bad?
That's fucking Google AI, brother. You can write something in your slang,
Uh-huh.
and then you can pick like a filter of what you want. You want it bad, or do you want to like rewrite it and happy? Or yeah. And then
They
I
made
just
9,000. 20 are known to exist today of those Kuba comets.
uh,
Justin says, I fell a lot as a kid, so that looks dangerous. Yeah, it could be. Well, that's ugly. The TV, I mean. No, it is not ugly. It's beautiful. Myers says it's the final piece of the puzzle, like walking on the moon. Once you acquire the Kuba comet, you lose all interest in collecting. Absolutely, Kuba. Okay, let's see what you got here, man. I've got my boxes of Tales to Astonish. Are you going through Tales to Astonish first?
You want me to do that first? Or you want me to do suspense
no, like
first?
just write
Um,
down.
Either way, let me see what I got here in the box. What issue do you start with Tales of Suspense?
Have you been online for a long time? I just noticed you're here.
Yeah, 20 minutes, but I filled them in already on the story of how you acquired the books and everything,
Okay.
and so they don't need to know that unless well.
There's
Okay, hold
this is
on a
the
sec.
last for a while. I'm not gonna have anything new for a while.
Yeah. I told him that she's not coming back till after Christmas, but hold on.
But she's bringing more stuff after Christmas for me.
Ever since
Yeah.
fucking Google came into being,
Okay.
So-
people stopped using.
Start with Tales of Suspense because I pulled some of those out.
Okay.
Programs that are encyclopedia.
Hold on.
They're not around anymore. That was 98.
I had a pretty eventful
You can still ask the question,
um,
how do you spell?
time in here. Not an event. It was kind of scary what happened.
What happened?
I had a customer like had a seizure in here,
Oh no!
so I was had my hand on the 911, getting ready to call an ambulance. And then he snapped out of it. He seemed to fine.
Did he fall on the floor?
No, he was like I think he's. I'll have to ask him next time he comes in here. But it seemed like he was used to it. Is the
Was he
best I
just
can
like
describe.
staring into space like Mitch McConnell or something?
No, he was standing there, and his hands were moving back and forth uncontrollably, like this.
Oh,
Both of his hands.
maybe he was doing black magic on the store.
No,
I'm just kidding.
He was foaming out of his mouth.
Ooh, boy, yeeks.
But like I
Well,
said, he was a professional at this. Like it happens all the time. But he's never
eesh.
told me this. But he like didn't even get a drop on the floor of foam coming out of his mouth. I was like,
Oh my.
I'm sorry, but I shouldn't be thinking about my carpet, but I should be thinking about this guy's life. And I was, but I was also concerned about getting bodily fluids on my floor.
I was just thinking you should have put a shock monster mask on him while he's doing that. Then it
No,
never.
I was,
No, I'm sorry. I see. That's why people hate me. I've got this horrible sense of humor.
yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
so
that's
that
how
he
we
says,
were all
yeah.
like that. We were
Well,
kind of being morbid about it, but I don't know. We're
no, I
trying
mean
to make light of
that's
a serious situation, but it was, I think
yeah.
all of us would have helped him if he would have fallen to the ground. We would
Oh
have been
yeah,
on
it's
him.
scary. I was at a meeting once, and this guy just falls backwards, completely backwards in a chair, and hits the ground, uh, and he came out of it. But when things like that happen, like surgeons and warfare, they develop a sick sense of humor to get through it. And okay, hold on, we're starting to go through them.
Oh, let me
I
go back.
I
I'm gonna put
I
him in
have that
order.
sense of humor, because it was like afterwards, it's like, well, it sure helped the meeting end earlier. We got to get out before 5 o'clock because it's like you should do that more often. Fall backward in the chair. It's people get so sensitive about humor, about people dying and having seizures. Why can't everyone just understand the humor in that? I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I have to tell people.
it was scary. It wasn't the first time it's happened. First
Yeesh,
time
yeah.
in a new
Well,
place, but in the other place, it happened to me a few times.
people that collect comics tend to be unhealthy and meant and have all kinds of weird. That's why we collect comics, because we're weirdos and have
Something you
problems.
can do. Yeah, it's something you can
Ha-
do by itself.
Half Moon Massage. What? Missing Mars on his ex's PC. Can't see the books, Kevin. He hasn't really started showing them yet. He's just, yeah.
Let me see. This is the first one. It's 70, issue 75.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
I'm
I'm
gonna pick it out
okay.
of the
Hold
bag.
on. Hold on. I'm going through my books at the same time. So, all right. All these books are before 75.
I'm gonna close this thing.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Jeez. Okay. All right.
I'm just glad he was okay and everything.
Yes, absolutely, man. He's a regular customer. Hey, has that guy come back in with the Joker laugh? That guy was my hero.
He hasn't been in today.
That's a shame. Has he been in recently?
He was here like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good that he returned. Okay, so what number are we looking at here?
This is 75, and then it's all gonna be in order from 75 to 99 or something.
Okay, I don't have 75, so I'm gonna write that down. Okay, um, there's a possibility.
Yeah, these are
Have you looked up the prices on these at all?
no.
It's in very good condition. I mean, look at that. Shit. Um, I
I
have
don't think
74 and then I have 77, so I'm missing 75 and 76.
there's 76.
Okay, I'm missing 76. Oh, that's a great cover. Yeah. I've always admired that cover. These are all in pretty much consistently good condition.
Yeah, these are actually, I think, better than the
Okay,
Astonish.
I have 77, not in very good condition, but I have 77. So okay,
We can sue
then I
them.
don't have. Okay, what are we looking at here?
78,
I do not have 78.
79.
Yeah, I don't have that. That's a great cover.
Look,
Next
his
one I
arms.
have is ooh, yeah, I don't have the next one I have is 81. I don't have these.
Can't just fill up the bathtub. And they have to truck the water in. So like, what kind of deal did
I used to have this book a long time ago, the Cosmic Cube.
Yeah, that one went up in value with the movie, and but I think it went back down. That's 80. Yeah, I don't have 80. I have 81.
Okay, here's 81, the one you said you had.
Yeah, that one probably is what inspired Paul McCartney with the Titanium Man thing. Yeah, mine's a little beat. Mine's kind of in good condition, but I'll live with it.
Here's 82.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I got to pull some more out. I have two copies of 81. Okay, and then I don't have anything until 86. So I need 82.
It's all gone.
What else?
82.
How did he pull that off?
83.
He said he's got the Congress.
Okay.
He's got the Senate.
Okay.
George W. Bush.
84.
Oh, so now
Ooh, yeah, I don't have that one either.
whatever the fuck you want.
85.
Ooh, that's a nice cover. Yeah, I don't have that. Okay.
86.
I've got that one. That's a great cover.
87. This one's the roughest one out of them all.
Okay. I need 87, so I would need that, but I have 88, and I think I got 88 from you. Hold on. Let me switch over. Wait a second.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait. Shit. Is this your price tag?
Looks like it. $30. Yeah.
Okay, so I got 88 from you at some point, somewhat recently. Okay, so I have 88, and then I don't have anything till 90. I thought I had a better collection. What's wrong with me? What? So that's 88 we're looking at.
Yeah. Here's
Okay.
89.
Yeah.
Here's 90.
Ooh, I've always liked that cover.
91.
Yeah.
92.
They call it expunge. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
93.
Okay, I have 93, and then that's all. I don't have anything else after 90. Is that where it ends, or is there more?
No,
They
I'm
have to
keeping
issue
one.
100, don't they?
94.
94. Oh, look at that. I'm glad the speculators that were speculating on Modoc got shot down by how he looked in the movies.
Before he was a lame duck.
That's 90.
95.
Yeah.
96.
Oh, what a great cover.
They trade that shit in for a new
That's
one.
great.
97.
Yeah.
98.
Yeah.
And 99.
It's got like a lot of mechanical.
Okay. And then it became Captain America with issue 100, right? And then Iron Man got his own book with issue 1.
Yeah,
Boy,
I
that's a
bet you
lot of
she has.
ones that I don't have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13.
I bet you she has all the Captain Americas from 100 and up to something, and she probably has the
Yeah.
Iron Man.
Man, that's 20 I'm missing that you've got, man. Oh, shit. That's Tales of Suspense. Okay.
Oh, and they
Hopefully,
smell
I have
good.
better batting average with Tales to Astonish. I don't want. I don't want that. Oh my God. Um, okay.
71 through um I have 71 through 89 here.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull mine out here. 71 through. So I need to start with 71. 65, 67. Hold on. Okay, here's 71. Okay, all right, go ahead. Okay, I have that one. Okay, hold on. I have 72. Good.
73.
I have 73. I have two copies of 73. I don't have 74 though.
And also, like, he's got Elon Musk.
Oh boy, he really looks like Mr. Spock there, doesn't he?
Fucking Elon
The
Musk.
74 is one I need. Oh, look at that.
Big Halo.
That's cool. That one I have. That's a great cover.
75.
Yeah, I have
74.
that. I need 76 though.
There's 76.
Okay. So I guess they alternated covers. Well, they'd give the Hulk 1 month and then Submariner the cover. So I have 70.
77.
I have 77. I have, and I'm missing 80.
78.
Okay, wait. Oh, I don't have 78. Yeah.
79.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, I don't have 79.
80.
I don't have 80.
81.
I have 81, but look at my 81 here. My 81's got somebody wrote all over it. The inside of the book's okay, but yeah,
So
it's
like how Elon is in on every fucking meeting
so
with Trump.
I'm missing
sort of.
82. Do you have 82?
Elon's got Trump
I
started
don't have 82.
So you and me both don't have 82.
outside agency
Yeah,
that
Wonder what 82 is.
spending.
I don't know. Oh, do I? Wait, which one are you looking at there? What's that issue number?
That's 83. I'm missing 82, so I jumped to
Yeah,
83.
83 is a great cover. I've always wanted that. I don't have that.
All the IRS inspectors. He's doing away with
84.
education.
Okay, I don't have that one. Man, I thought I had more of these books. What's
85.
uh yeah, I have 85.
86.
I've got 86.
Air traffic controllers. Oh, I'm Elon Musk. We don't need fucking
87.
Hold on, let me grab some more here. Uh um
Grab 87, 88, and 89. That's all I have left.
oh, okay. Okay. Hold on.
All these people gonna work for.
Okay, 70. Okay, hold on. Okay, what okay, 86. Here's okay, I
87.
have 87 and it looks like I bought this from you. Is that I think that's your price. Is that your price tag there? Does it look like it?
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
See if you have 88.
No, the next one I have is a trash copy of 90. So 88, let's see. Yeah, wow. 88. And then what else do you have?
Regarding?
This is a recent customer. He just said, and I was calling him to.
Oh, it's the Monster High.
Oh,
It's one of the Monster High ladies.
are you one of the Monster High ladies?
One of the teachers at the school.
He talk to Robert for a second because he knows all the everything about these dolls too.
I'm the principal of Monster High. I'll have you know. Okay, what number is that?
It's about trading.
Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm showing the last book.
Okay. What is that number?
This is 89.
Oh, no,
89.
I'll be right
Yeah.
there. Hold on.
just give him 1 second. He's got a book underneath him. Hold on.
Doing important stuff. Is That's a great cover.
And then the
Okay,
last little thing I'll show you in 1 second. I have 1 through 18 of Frankenstein. I can show you.
sure. Okay.
That's the full run.
Is it the full? Okay, I didn't know it. I thought it went longer than that, but
All right, I'll be right back.
well,
Hold on.
sure. Yeah, Monster Frankenstein. He's not selling those. He's keeping those. So, and I have most of the Monster Frankenstein run from when I was a kid. I'm missing some issues because 20 cents or 25 cents was hard to come by when I was in third and fourth grade. But also,
Yeah, I'll be
it
right
was that was a great comic when it started with Mike Plug doing the art, and then later on, the artwork kind of got very, very pedestrian as it got into 74, 75. But it's still a book I should have the whole run of because it was a comic I dearly loved. But anyway, my mother once saw Namor on the cover of a comic I was reading. She asked, "Is that Dr. Spock?" I answered, "Yes, the baby doctor." Yeah, yeah, he did look a lot like Mr. Spock the way they drew him. They didn't. He didn't look that way in the Golden Age. In the Golden Age, he was really kind of barely human. His head flared up and had a flat top, and it was triangular. And then sometimes they drew him more freakishly looking than others, but um, the more human depiction of the Submariner is more a Silver Age thing. Plug was great. People don't talk about Mike Plug enough. That's damn straight. There were so many of these great new young artists that popped up around that time. Mike Plug, Bernie Wrightson, Val Mayrick, Neil Adams, just a ton of them. It was just a great time. It was a great time in comics. And the Richard Corbin, all these people that came there, they weren't the original generation of comic artists that were the World War II guys. They were the next generation, the ones that were young enough to be the children of those old guys. But they were influenced by the old guys. And then the old guys were influenced by the newspaper artists, Hal Foster, Alex Raymond, those guys. Meyer says the Cuba Comet, I assume it's pronounced Cuba, not Cuba. The Cuba Comet was a TV, stereo, AM, FM radio, it's shortwave, polygraph recorder, and also oh, you're being funny, and also a shrink ray attachment. Okay, I'm almost falling in for his humor. Oh my gosh. So that's a lot of damn books he got that would fill in my runs of these books. But I need to. Would anyone like me to? Would anyone like to commission a painting by me? I may be open to doing some paintings for you fellers out there. Or how about some pen and ink drawings? Anyone like me to do a pen and ink drawing for you that you'd be suitable for framing? I could. How about pen and ink? Because then I don't have to go out and buy paint. Because then I have to drive all the way to John Wayne's hometown to buy paint. I could do some pen and ink drawings for you fellers out there and ladies, and and that way I can raise some money to get some of these damn books you just.
That was the lady that's gonna trade me Rumco 8-inch dolls for the Monster High dolls.
Oh, very good. Okay, that one I bought in second grade. I was that I couldn't believe how
Yeah,
happy I
these are
was to
brand
get
new.
that book.
Look, it just closes by itself. It's brand new.
Yeah, yeah. Mine isn't exactly like that, but
Yeah, these things are.
yeah, nice, nice, nice. Well, these
They're
aren't
not
for
that old.
sale. These are
What
ones
are these?
he's keeping.
1975. You bought this off the rack.
Huh? 72. Yeah.
72.
I was in second grade. What's the date on it?
I can't read. Maybe you guys can read.
January 73. So it would be no, about this time in 1972, November of 72.
So
Yep.
these aren't even bags. These are just. They have a board behind them.
Well, The comics survive fine without bags, as long as
Yeah.
it is
What I'm
possible.
finding out is the ones bagged, they turn like brown in those bags sometimes.
Yeah, all these Golden Age comics survived decades and decades without bags and boards. That one I got later. I did not get the second issue off the rack, um, but I do have that issue. This next one, I remember buying that at the 7-Eleven in Hampton, Virginia. Uh, what? Yeah, I remember that. That one, I'm not 100%. I think I have that one, but I'm not 100% sure. I didn't get the. If I have that, I didn't get it when I was a kid. I have the next one. I remember buying the next one.
Yeah, you can get this whole set of 18 for like $200. It's not that expensive.
Uh, you're not selling it. You're just saying that's about what it goes for.
Yeah, if I was to sell it, I'd probably try to get 200,
Yeah,
180.
yeah, yeah. And see, right here, this is the that next cover. I bought that one at the PX. I remember in San Antonio because we moved a lot. At this point, I was in San Antonio. Well, look at the artwork is just beautiful in these books. Look at that, man. Look at that drawing of Frankenstein's head.
Have Goku. We might have
But see, I filed this book under M for Monster of Frankenstein. Later, they changed the title to The Frankenstein Monster, but last
When did the
Francis says
Archie,
polypropylene destroys comics over time.
yeah, those crappy, yeah, those are those thick bags that like are foggy.
That one I bought, but this is where the artist changed. That one's one I got when it came out. The art is, well, no, or who's the art here? Who's the art? Who's the artist here? Oh, John Buscema. It's still good. It's not Mike Plug anymore. In a few issues, it's gonna be not John Buscema. It's gonna be someone not too good. I don't remember who comes in, but okay. Who's the artist here? Still John Buscema. Okay, so it's still doing good. I have that. I remember buying that issue. Okay, so he's still on the book. Good. Yeah, it's still a solid book at this point. I have that one. Okay. I don't know who Bob Brown is. Let's see the art. It doesn't look bad yet. It starts getting real bad. I don't know. Not real bad. What am I talking about? It starts getting to. It's not like modern comics. Oh, Val Mayrick. Yeah, he's on it. Okay. So they had a lot of different artists coming in. But right before it got canceled, the artist was not too good. Watch it be someone I really love. That's just my memory. Imp says, wish I would have bought more Marvel comics of the stands in the 70s, but was always more attracted to the DC titles. Oh well. Well, both DC and Marvel were doing some great horror around this time. Val Mayrick's still there. He's great. I don't have that issue. I'm almost certain, and I don't have that one. Hmm. Those Bronze Monster comics were great. I've got complete runs of most. Yeah, I wish I did. Yeah, Val Mayrick's great. Maybe I'm just thinking of one or two issues that weren't too good. This is all consistent. Yeah.
Last two issues right here.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'm completely wrong because the art is good throughout the whole run of the comic.
Well, they had those two other fill-in artists, maybe, and like those guys.
Maybe that was what it was. Um, yeah, no, this is a solid book. I need to shut up. That's a great cover.
There it is, all 18.
So that's a total of how many books did you count? How many books you got from her today?
I think I got 44, 54, 62 books I think I got today.
Okay, and of course you're not going to say what you paid for them, but but I know what you paid yesterday. Is did you pay more or less than those big books you
More.
got yesterday?
More. She drives a hard bargain, and you can't talk her down either.
Really?
Yeah. She's like
So,
she knows what she has. She knows that I want everything.
oh, that's the problem. She knows you want things. Well, but she understands you got to have a profit margin, right?
Yeah.
How ghetto is that?
Robert,
Oh,
price check green juice.
$11.99. That's regular.
Okay.
well, there's a bunch of those books I'd like, but I don't, obviously I can't get them all.
1893.
Taco Bell.
That's the year I was born.
I went to Taco Bueno. Taco Bueno?
Taco Bueno? Don't you talk about that place?
Me?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah, I
worked
talked
out.
about Taco Bueno all the time.
I had a
How
customer
I
that used
kept
to work
going there
there.
even after I found a chunk of wood this big in my burrito. I continued to go there. That's how insane I am. Right, Alan the cat? Even
Rowdy,
Alan
what
the
state,
cat wouldn't
state were
keep
you in?
eating after finding wood in his
Oh,
food.
hey, maybe you worked at the same one Sprouty worked at. He worked at one in Texas.
There's a
Thank you.
lot of Taco Buenos, man. What's the chances? Texas
Maybe
is
he
kind of a
served
big
you.
state.
Maybe he was the one that served you that chunk of wood or whatever was in there.
Was he in Arlington, Texas?
Taco Bueno
On
was
Was it in
Pioneer Parkway,
Arlington?
Antigo, Texas, I should say.
Where was it?
first.
Hurst, Texas.
No, it was in Pantego, Texas. But
Oh,
um,
Pantego.
Oh,
there
I
was
know that. So I
Yeah.
worked a call center in Pantego,
He,
Silverleaf.
he said he worked the call center in Pantego.
really well. That Taco Bueno man gave me a chunk of in
Yeah,
my
they served
food,
him a
man, and I
chunk of
kept
wood.
going back to those mother effers.
Was it in a taco or burrito?
I don't remember. It was just in the food. It's like all of a sudden, like holy shit! It must have fallen from the ceiling. It was a big chunk of wood.
Talking about Phil Burke.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know how if Taco Bueno is nationwide or if it's a regional place. I don't know. What's the
I never
chances
seen
this
one.
guy was
I,
in Hearst?
I
That's
never
where
seen one.
my friend Tom Renotti in college
Oh,
knew this. He knew
actually,
this guy
first or
that
Bedford.
was in the art department, and he would go to everyone. He said this guy lives in a hearse, and he went to this party and told everyone this guy's so cool. He lives in a hearse, and then this guy says, "What are you talking about, Tom? I live in Hearst. I don't live in a hearse." Uh, so only Tom could have done that, man. He swore the guy told him he lived in a hearse.
Yeah.
Only people that think like us would mistake the word Hearst for wow, that's cool. You live in a hearse.
I know that feeling.
I
But
know what you're.
Huh?
Well, you didn't let me go through that box.
That's you.
Well, then
they
let me.
called that area HEB, Hearst, Euless, Bedford, three towns that were kind of it's right there, more closer to Fort Worth than Dallas. Hearst, Euless, Bedford area.
Uh,
No, it starts here.
Ándale, señor,
Robert,
ándale.
it starts here.
they in that box.
Ándale,
No.
señor.
No, that's new comics. You don't want to see those.
Man, you gotta have some salesmanship there.
I know my customers. I know what they want.
No, I know, but see, that's great because you're honest with your customers. You don't give them a snow job.
Oh, no.
No, I know what they want.
Put some salt on that snow.
Monster of Frankenstein.
You want the Monster of Frankenstein, huh?
1 through 18. Don't think I didn't forget about it.
Better write it on your notes.
It's all mental.
Shit.
What do you want to see? X-Men what?
Here's
You're
my
gonna
notes, all the tales of suspenses I need, and these are the tales to astonish that I need. Sick and tired of being poor. I'll be so glad the Bidenomics ends, man, so I can get more Silver Age Marvel comics.
I just want these. These are here. Oh, okay. Cool.
I think this phone is destroying my eyesight, man. It's like it seems like it burns my retinas. Is that even possible? It must be possible. I really feel like this phone is a menace, an existential threat. Well,
Man.
of the Silver Age marvels, the Tales to Astonish, Tales to Suspense have always been affordable because
Hell no.
there are a lot of collectors that don't like them because, well, basically because they're stupid, but because they don't, it's not one character, it's a split comic between two characters. But that's where the great classic stories that were adapted into the Marvel superheroes
Here's that.
cartoon of 1966 from Grand Tree Lawrence came from these books. And so
Cool.
those were the great classic stories.
This cover Frankenstein cover you get, it's a 1 in 10. Look.
Oh, yeah.
I like when he draws monsters.
I wish this new Frankenstein comic that's coming out would just be continually published. I'm sick of these little mini series that are created just so they can put out a book. It's like you put out a Frankenstein comic, just keep going with it for years. That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are lots of adventures that Frankenstein can have.
When it was like brand new on the rack, dude, back in the 70s. And back then it was like 50 cents. Now you can buy
I
it.
think that's great that um,
Like fucking
this channel used to be called I Love Disney and Comics, and then we were talking about what happened to Disney, man. It used to be something that's great. Now it's this
why do you not
New
buy like
World Order propaganda, and so he changed his name. What happened to Disney and Comics? That's great. I love his new name.
kind
It's
of
very
Art germ in my box.
very poignant. What did happen to Disney and Comics? What
Frankenstein,
happened to whatever?
Wonder Woman,
There's art germ.
Yeah,
Phoenix.
what happened to Randolph Scott? It's a great song, but whatever happened to Randolph Scott? Tex Ritter and Gene Autry. Whatever happened to all of them has happened to the industry. What happened to Disney? I'd like to see a continuous Frankenstein book too, or the Wolfman, or Dracula. Yeah, like what Marvel did. It just seems so obvious. Why not? There's no.
Batman.
Well, I think
That
this
one.
current Frankenstein comic is done with the Universal license because he looks like the Universal Frankenstein, but
I did sell them.
Frankenstein, the wolf, a werewolf, Dracula, those are all public domain. Now, you call him the Wolf Man, I think that's automatically a universal thing, but a werewolf is generic.
Yeah.
Dracula is totally public domain. If you make him look like Bela Lugosi, well, then you're stepping on Universal and the Bela Lugosi estate. Frankenstein, if you make him look like Boris Karloff, Glenn Strange, then you're owing money
Comic, then you get.
Where's my phone?
Universal. Lawn dart.
You know what? Do me a favor. Just keep your bag and
Yeah.
board.
You're
Just
gonna
keep your
throw,
bag
you're
and
gonna throw
board.
them out anyway.
No, I'm not. I just keep the boards.
They're silver boards.
You started to
No,
get a
then you
lot of
keep this
candy.
shit. I
They're
just want
silver
the.
bags and boards. I could use all these.
Yeah, well then you can use them. I just want the books. You keep your
I can
bag
use
and
all
boards.
those.
Keep your bag and
Well, I
boards.
usually
sir.
never have silver,
Well, you do now.
so I was using silver as current boards.
No, I buy. So many books. You keep your bag and boards.
Well, yeah, because
I got all this shit
I actually
at
have
home.
silver now. I never have silver.
Yeah, I got all this at home.
Yeah, I love silver boards.
You put current
I
in there
buy.
too, huh? A lot of people put current in.
I don't have too
There's
much
people
current.
that do double board. That trips me the hell out.
I
Yeah,
do
that makes it sturdy.
I
Yeah, for
like
the
this guy.
backside.
a double board for things over $50.
Yeah, double board. Double board, double bag. They put them in a modern and then they put them in a silver.
Yeah,
Right?
that's what JJ was doing. I hate it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a freaking annoying.
What's that?
It might be
metal one?
annoying, but it protects the book, right?
Correct.
Metal one.
Yeah, no, it's foil.
This one is
It's
$10.
It's an Adam Hughes.
You can't go by the back because I have no discount on this book.
Man, I can't believe
Oh, I don't
somebody
get a
bought the
discount at all?
Judas
Not on this
Priest.
book. I don't even get a discount.
Oh. Huh?
That's how those stupid foils
sold
work.
like quick.
Did I ever tell you guys that about Marvel foils? They don't give me a discount on them.
No,
Yeah,
don't
it's a
give you a
weird.
discount. In other words, you don't pay wholesale.
On foil, they charge me full price. The's no discount on foil. So I got to
So you're
charge my
paying
customers.
retail price.
Yeah, and I got to charge my customers more. And then when they see that price, they think I'm trying to rip them off.
They think
Yeah.
you're gouging them. Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's ripping me off.
See, he thinks I'm ripping them off.
Wow,
What, Rob?
that's real bad business.
I'm just a damn customer. Don't treat me like shit.
Yeah.
See,
Marty's just a damn
I'll take my
customer.
services elsewhere, damn it.
these guys are yelling at me.
I hear that. Yeah.
Feel the roar.
Feel the roar.
I need to get security in here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bring it in, damn it.
You guys don't realize how lucky you are to have that as your local comic store, man. That's the best. I can't even believe it.
It's getting better. It hit an all-time low, but it's coming back.
I'm gonna switch out all the modern for Silver Age.
Hell yeah.
Except we'll have just a new wall right there, and that's it.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, no.
And then if it doesn't sell that week, I throw it away.
You got
Fire Grandblatt says you don't see a lot of Frank Langella or Michael Saracens, Draculas, and Frankenstein fans. Wait, Michael Saracen, is that the made for TV Dracula? Is that I don't know who Michael Saracen is.
Sonic over here.
I remember there was a made for TV Frankenstein movie in the early 70s. All the kids were talking about a hand that crawled on the floor that was alive. I don't know.
Check it out.
I don't know Michael Saracen. I probably do, but it's going right over my adult brain right now.
20, but off a
What's up
10.
with the creep show?
TV Frankenstein. Oh, okay.
Put in his 10.
What's up with the creep show?
It just
No,
went
they're
up.
not yelling at him for real. They're joking with him. No, they're just friends joking with each other. Gary, I didn't mean to anything about that AOC shit. I just thought it was funny. You're saying you never heard of AOC. I wasn't chastising you. I wasn't trying to be mean to you. I'm so sorry that you were offended. I really didn't mean that. Meyer says Langella was the bad Dracula.
The only one that I would want you to back.
Not but at least bad.
I like Jack Palance. Yeah, I was just talking about Jack Palance's Dracula with my wife last night.
I know, dude.
Chip Creek Napalm says Richard Lynch did a great TV
If he
Dracula.
was that guy, he would have been wind up like that guy into the
Richard
tube.
Lynch, was Richard Lynch the
Freaking bottle.
bad Sandman that was going after Logan? Was that Richard Lynch?
No. 46 minus
No.
460 and 460 is 920.
Oh God,
That much money.
we're all in the dark right now.
460 plus 460.
Angela was Disco Dracula, yeah.
So 46 minus 9.
Grattu, I wasn't offended. I appreciate the apology. Thanks. Yeah, that's just
How much?
just the way I kid with people, man. You should
No.
have seen how my friends kidded with me in college. It's like, you've got a Stray Cats record, or what's wrong with you? It's like, yeah, I like the Stray Cats. I know they look ridiculous, but I like their music.
You have to put a point on
What happened to Disney and comics says we need a TV show like Kolchak. Yeah, but Kolchak requires an actor with personality
it.
like him. I mean, he had
No.
if it wasn't for his personality as an actor, that's what made that show. Um,
5,
um,
4.
Darren McGavin just oozed personality. Some actors have that, James Garner and Shatner as Kirk. They just have a lot of personality. That was a great show. I loved Kolchak. That was such a disappointing thing. that show being canceled and then being moved away from all my friends right about the time Kolchak was canceled. I get moved across the country from San Antonio to Washington State, and then I leave all my friends behind. Kolchak's left behind. I was disappointed by the Planet of the Apes TV series being canceled too, but Kolchak was clearly better than the Planet of the Apes TV series. I thought. Well, they were both fun.
46
Always played a bad guy. Um,
minus 920.
yeah, but is Richard Lynch the guy I'm thinking of that was in Logan's Run? August Ascetic. Granted, Langella was bad as Dracula, but he was good as Zorro.
That's close.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be so thin-skinned, says Gary Davis. Well,
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know. I shouldn't have. It's just like AOC. I just figure everyone pays attention to the horrible things happening in the world. But
No, I would give it all back.
yeah, AOC gets led away by police from a protest, and they're just taking her away in a friendly way, like protecting her. And she puts her hands behind her back, like they've handcuffed her, and there's no handcuffs on her at all. It's all
Magazine,
theatrical performance.
it's overlap. You have to fold the sides
I
down.
don't care.
And she
Take a
shows the
board out there.
garbage disposal in her apartment. Says, "I don't even know what this thing is. What does it do? Where does the food go? I've never seen this before." And she grew up in an affluent family, but she wants to pretend she grew up in the inner city. Just has no
You do
idea what a garbage disposal is.
it.
Yeah. Uh, uh, he says that booty dough. Well, she is known. Well, Alex Stein trolled her magnificently. He comes up on the steps of
Get anything tonight?
whatever, the Capitol or whatever.
No.
It's her name is Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, but she goes by AOC, like
I'm gonna write down what
JFK,
you're
LBJ,
gonna
FDR. And she's going up the steps, and Alex Stein says,
I'll write it down.
"My- You're my favorite big booty Latina. I love you." And at first, she's not really sure what to think of it. She's almost flattered, and then she realizes, oh, wait a second. She comes over to talk to him, and then she realizes, oh, I should be offended by this. this, but at first, you can tell she's like, oh, someone's flattering my booty. It's like, I don't know. I don't hate her like I hate someone like Adam Schiff or what are some of those names? There was another guy. What's the other guy's name that starts with S? They're all just horrible. Her, I almost feel like she could be turned to the good side, like what happened with Tulsi Gabbard. I almost think
Next, my homework.
13.
This stuff
something about her
It's like
it's like you hate what she says, but there's something almost kind of likable. I don't know what it is about her.
that's what
Or
I have.
no,
Forward.
no, actually, maybe there isn't. But she's not as bad as someone like Adam Schiff, this
This is a
weaselly
so
low.
75 to 99.
Oh, that's what she brought.
What happened
Forward.
to Disney Comics? She is pretty ha ha. She is pretty ha ha. Or she, I don't know if there should be a comma after pretty. She is pretty ha ha. Or she is pretty ha ha.
I'll
She's
pay
pretty
for
ha ha. She's pretty hoo hoo. But I can't stand her politics at all.
something small.
Oh, there's Swalwell. Yeah, no, I'm not thinking of that. It's like what is that other guy? There's another horrible guy. There's several horrible people.
Like I went to a
There's the
stripper.
one that who's there? There's Schiff, but who's the other guy that always has his glasses down like this? Who's that guy? And he talks like that.
I'm gonna write that on there.
yeah.
I don't remember his name. I think it starts with S. I can't remember all these creepy people.
Do you have any others?
And then there's that guy that was gigantically fat, and then he shrank. But
You like
his
that?
what was that guy's name?
He's gonna go to the club.
You going to
The
go
guy
to?
that said that there's no such thing as Antifa. What was that guy?
I got
He
one.
looks like the
You
penguin.
got over a 10.
This
That's
is mine.
yours. Yeah. Oh wait, I could give you a 20. Hold on.
Shouldn't be talking over this customer. It's comedy gold.
one.
That's fine.
I gotta go feed the. I already fed the cat. Yeah, I fed the cat. Okay. I've had exposure to her, but never knew her referred to as AOC. Oh, I see. I see. AOC. What's been up, Gary Davis? Did you get your?
Did you get a shock monster yet?
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you get your shock monster, Gary Davis?
Should be there any day if he hasn't.
He got the shock monster in the Chamber of Chills. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm excited about this woman that's bringing these comics to you. I should hate it.
Hey, you should wear the shock monster mask with the Grinch body.
Yes. I thought you were talking about my Grinch shirt. And there's the.
No, he has that Grinch costume. He wear that with the
Oh,
shock
that would
monster
be
mask.
great. Yes, please come on a live stream dressed like that.
Goes along with this.
That will make the Grinch costume worthwhile, worth every penny of your investment. Can you imagine someone like that walks through a door with a Grinch full body suit and a shock monster mask? That's a brilliant idea, man.
I put it all on the
That's a good
business.
way to dress warm in Colorado.
Even though the biz ain't really biz right. Not yet, but
So I got some
This is all I have.
monster toys coming Tuesday. First thing in the morning.
What are they?
The Remco 8-inch monsters, Universal Monsters.
Chase Freedom.
Gary says I did get them. They arrived today. Thanks, Kevin. Could you come on the stream? Could you please come on and put that on with the Grinch suit, please? I'll put. Yes, thank you, Meyer. You were thinking of Chuck Schumer. Yes, that's who I'm thinking of. I get all my horrible Democrat villains mixed up. They all just reek of evil and it's just like stranger danger. Get this creepy, horrible man away from me. Meyer says Randolph Scott was the model for the Oakland Raiders logo. Are you kidding? Really? That's great.
special and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, my friend.
That song, Whatever Happened to Randolph Scott, you need to listen to that song if you've never heard it. A lot of those cowboy actors they're talking about, that band, the Statler Brothers, does a lot of songs about the past and about comic books and watching Western movies. A lot of their songs are about nostalgia for the 50s, and they're really good. Let's see, there's a red dot. I hope it's Gary Davis. Why, it is.
That's why they went away.
Gary is here. Gary, quickly,
Hey, how's
just
it
like
going,
your
man?
Batman, you're being called by the by the horror, the shock monster signal. Get that grit suit on. Let's see how you doing there, Gary.
I'm doing wonderful. And Kevin, I wanted to thank you so much for the Shock Monster and the prize. I just got them today. There's the Chamber of
Nice.
Chills. I just really appreciate you sending them out so soon after I got you paid. But you got to see what I did with the Shock Monster.
Oh, you've already done something with it, so you can't put it on. Oh shit! What the heck?
That's cool. He put it on Frankenstein or something.
Yeah,
And he has a
I
cigarette in
have
his
a I've got a Frankenstein motionette, and I put it on him, and I put a hat on him. He's got a cigarette in his mouth.
Can you make it move? Is there batteries in that thing?
It's a plug-in. It's a plug-in, and I don't have it anywhere near a plug. So
hand. Next
You need
week,
to
let me
move it
know.
or a plug. How dare you? You've got to provide us with entertainment. That's amazing. That thing is amazing. I really would like to see it move, but you don't have to. I know it's a
yeah.
pain in the ass. That's
Well, I
fantastic. With the little hands, you've made an artistic masterpiece out of this thing, man.
Give me a few moments. I might be able to get it onto a plug. Hold on a second here.
I'm glad it's not Zork and drag. LOL. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
my
that'd be
wife's.
terrible.
I think Zork appeared this morning trying to troll me, pretending to be a female admirer, and it just creeped me out. And I blocked that person, but I think it was Zork trying to be funny with me because he came
That's
on right
funny, man.
afterwards. No, you shouldn't block her. She's wonderful. It's like, why do I? It's like, oh, you got to watch the beginning of this morning's stream. So that's pretty sure that was a little bit
Did I
of.
miss something this morning? Was it?
It was well, you watch it and see what you think. I don't know. I
Well,
think
I missed what you just
Zork
said.
was pulling my leg. I think, and but it was just kind of creepy.
What did he say? I missed that. What you said.
No, it was just some character came on and in the chat and was trying to say, "Oh, you're so good looking," or then I blocked the person in their comments. Then Zork came on and said, "Oh, you shouldn't ban her. She's a wonderful person." It's like, oh my gosh, is that you and one of your 200 burner accounts? And he says, "No, of course not." But yeah, you be the judge. I was born yesterday. I was born last week, but not yesterday.
Were they
Okay, my
were they on the
goodness. Oh,
show talking, or they were typing in the chat?
no, it was just a talking thing. Oh my
Oh,
gosh, this Gary, you're my new hero. This is one of the most. I got to give you full screen. What am I thinking? Oh my God! Can you get pictures of that? Do you have? This needs to be sent to the damn. That's what I need to get is a little fake cigarette for the. That makes him perfect, and or a pipe, and I mean, this is how the hell did you think of this? This needs to be sent to whoever sculpted that thing. Needs to be sent this video. What is it? Zagoni Studios. They need to be. Is that who made it?
no, it's Trick or Treat.
Trick or
Jason
treat.
Mayberry.
Yeah, the trick or treat people need to see what Gary's done with their mask. This is one of the greatest things with the Vampirella in the background. Is that an original 72 Vampirella poster?
As I understand it, yes, it is.
If it doesn't have the
But
Vampirella logo at the top, it is more than likely.
no, it doesn't have the Vampirella logo at the top.
Then
So
it's real.
it's probably a
Well,
reproduction.
I think it looks real. I don't know. I could be
Let's see.
wrong. I could
I'm trying
identify
to
it if
see
I was
down
there in
here.
person. Yeah, let me see.
No,
Does it say
no,
Harris?
it says 2012.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it
So,
still looks great, and everything's perfect about the picture. The Famous Monsters convention bag in the background, the Kiss posters. It's just man, I wish you. Do you have a good camera where you could take a picture of? Oh my God, man.
I need to take some pictures. Yeah,
Yeah. Do you have more light you could turn on in your basement there?
not in my domicile right now. No.
You got to get better lighting because
Yeah.
this is some of the greatest footage I've seen in my life. Actually, has everyone seen John Goris's new animation that he put up last night? Everyone needs to see that
I
video.
watched that last night. That was great.
Yeah, I mean this. I'm so proud to know John Goris and Gary Davis. This is artistic genius. Why are you not a millionaire, man?
That's
Um,
a good question, man. I wish I was.
well, I
Actually,
think
I found I took some of your advice. I found a new art studio that's just down the street from me, and so I'm
uh,
going to be bringing my portfolio over to them and saying, "Hey, I'm a good artist. You should hire me."
oh, are you really? That's great. I was
Yeah,
talking about you just
yeah,
using
yeah. So
just getting commissions from people on the internet, but that's great to actually have regular employment and not have to wait on
yeah,
people that great.
yeah. And so if I just saw them today, and I'm like, oh, I need to go over there and apply, and bring my portfolio over and say, "Hey, this is who you need to hire, Gary Davis."
Could we see your portfolio? Do you have an
You
actual port?
can. I'll have to dig it out, and I'm not sure where exactly it is, but I'll dig it out and I'll show it on a live broadcast sometime.
Well, if whenever you meet, well, you kind of need to find that portfolio PDQ, which stands for
Yeah,
pretty darn
yeah,
quick.
yeah.
I
This
don't,
this
I don't
weekend,
want to. You mean you don't know what PDQ means, Gary?
I
You should be ashamed
do.
of yourself. I'm just kidding. I'll chastise you for that. I didn't chastise you. What the fuck are you talking about? You made me feel really bad. I opened that thing up at 5 in the morning. Said, "Holy shit, Gary's mad at me. I'm pissing off all my friends with stuff, man."
I wasn't mad. I wasn't
Oh,
pissed off. I
shit
was just like,
sounded like
"Oh,
you wrote it very formally, like you were heavily pissed. Uh, but
got you."
Oh man, don't do that to me at 5 in the morning when I'm going to work, man. I don't like going to work thinking I just pissed off one of my few friends, man. Everyone hates me except for these few. And now I'm offending members of Gratu and the Jerks. It's like once the Jerks hate me, then what's left
And
in life?
yeah, what's left after that?
Um,
But I'm glad you like the shock monster slash
Damn.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, man. I just have him propped up. Mine looks like shit compared to yours. It looks perfect when it's put on a little comical small guy.
Yeah,
It gives it the
and
perfect.
the green hands are perfect for him too. And he's going.
Yeah, and as I recall, the Frankenstein head on that thing, doesn't he have like real ridiculously shaggy hair or something?
Yeah, he looks more like Bill Murray than Frankenstein.
Yeah, so that you've created a wonderful new artistic masterpiece there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. And he's been on display. I put different masks on him. I put the Crimson Ghost mask from Misfits on him at one point,
Yeah.
and there were some other masks that I put on. I took some inspiration from you because I mean you got masks on all your little statues and stuff, and it's like that's a great idea.
Well, yeah. Sometimes a man's got to do what a man's got to do. You gotta you gotta have a place to put your masks.
That's true because I mean sometimes you just don't have wall space or shelf space. You need to use whatever you got. So
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out what to do with the shock monster, and then I thought, okay, Frankenstein, you're going to be the shock monster now.
That's good.
Yeah, it works out really well. So
What the hell is going on? You getting electrocuted there?
no, I was just putting my phone back down. I had my phone set up to be a little bit higher or to be a little bit lower, and so I needed to set it up. I still need to set it up a little higher. Put on some books. Bear with me just one moment here. There we go. That's better.
Yeah.
Yay.
I'm going to that Comic Con in the morning, like super early.
Yeah, but you're not gonna wear that thing strapped on, right?
I'm kind of embarrassed to wear it.
Yeah, I wish there was a way to hide it. Can you hide that thing under just have only the lens poking out through a shirt or something? Because
It would look like I had something like a
yeah,
chest bolt coming out of my chest.
like your Iron Man or something. Well, I'm gonna probably do a live stream tomorrow because Cleo's working, but I don't. I think that would just be a miserable thing for you to film this thing with you have one functional arm. So I'm not gonna ask you to do that, but it would be cool if you dropped in and told us what kind of stuff you're finding there. I mean, I don't know. You don't feel like doing that, do you?
I only want to go to that one guy's booth that has those. Remember, he had those monster film reels.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to pop in live when you get to a really cool booth, but as far as walking around the entire convention with holding it with one arm, you may not want to do that.
I remember
But
I think I got these last time.
oh yeah,
Those are
So
nice.
you might have more of those, and then I want to get those Maniac T-shirt transfers.
right. Do you have? Is that guy going to be there with the $5 comics again?
I bet you he is.
Oh, I'd like to look through his stuff again. Oh, let's see. Broncos here. Hey, Grot and the rest of the neighborhood. Maybe Saturday night's the time to do these shows. We're getting a lot of people watching tonight.
That's
Saturday
probably a good
last
idea.
night.
But I'm not going to do a long stream tonight because I got to. I mean, my wife got her shift cut. Early, they cut the shift early for everybody tonight, so I was going to hang out and watch some movies with her.
You should
But
watch Svengoolie. That's going to be Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein tonight.
well, I might be able to talk her into that because she really likes that Sarah Palmer that plays Gwen Gooley.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
discovered her about this time last year. We were on YouTube and we found this Pinup Palmer's Christmas special, and we watched it and I thought this girl's like really clever and has really good comic timing, and this spooky Christmas special's pretty cool, and it seems like it had puppets and stuff. I need to record it, and then we found out this is, and then she got hired to be a character on the Svengoolie show, and she's yeah, I think she has every bit of charisma that Elvira had, and could easily be her successor. Hopefully, she's not as left wing as Cassandra Peterson, but you can't have everything.
No, but I mean, she performs really well, and I mean, obviously, she's into horror, or at least into, at least cheesy horror.
Yeah, she's
And
well, she's real young, so like she doesn't have like original posters. She's got like replicas of the creature from the Black Lagoon, but she decorates her apartment with that stuff. That's her whole shtick. She thinks she performs at Universal the theme park.
oh, she does.
Probably being monster type girl characters, or she did. I don't know if she still does. She lives in Los Angeles, and I think she flies maybe a couple of times a month to Chicago to film that Svengoolie thing.
Oh, okay.
Bronco says, "Do you have a great film from the '70s to recommend, Grot? Like what do you mean?" And Half Moon Massage says, "Gary, hello, bud. Uh,
Thanks. Hi, Half Moon.
you know
Kevin.
him?
Yeah, I can
No,
hear you.
I don't know him personally. Hey, Kevin, I just wanted to thank you again. Thank you again
Yeah, you're
for the
welcome.
package sent so quickly and so well. It was well packed. Although I was hoping to get some Gotham City stickers, but that's okay.
I didn't have any when I sent that box. I didn't have my new stickers yet. I just got a shipment right after I sent that box to
Oh,
you.
okay. Yeah.
Next time you get some, look, I'll show
Yeah.
you. I got box.
Next time, yeah. If you wouldn't mind throwing a few of those in, I definitely would love to have some.
I got both colors now in stock.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
wow. I've never seen the yellow and red one. That one's cool.
I'll give you one of each.
I've only seen the black and white one.
Okay, guys. Bronco has asked for a recommendation: 1970s horror film or thriller. Um,
Is it okay if it's cheesy?
I, to me, I would say yes, but I
I
don't
mean,
know what he's looking
to
for.
me, during the 70s, I loved those uh, Land That Time Forgot with the dinosaurs
Oh, Land That
and
Time Forgot and People That Time Forgot. Yeah, okay.
At the Earth's Core. Those are great. I mean, they're cheesy as hell, but those I loved those when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
the Dr. Phibes movies.
Oh yeah, those are
I
great.
recommend a movie called Blood Freak. That's a good one, especially for Thanksgiving. That's the perfect Thanksgiving film. Guy turns into a giant turkey by
Oh my
smoking
gosh.
some bad marijuana. Um, Blood Freak. Look for that one.
There's another
Uh,
one that I loved as a kid called.
yeah,
It's
and
where
I was just
they
about to
turn.
say Zat.
Yeah, they
Zat.
turn. Yeah, zapped.
Yeah, it's yeah. Of course, there's the Omega Man.
One
There's
there's one that I loved. I think it was during the 70s. It's an alien invasion film, but it's different. It's the Andromeda Strain. Have you ever seen
oh,
that?
yeah. Now it's not Zapped. Zapped is a Scott Baio movie. That is a good movie, but I don't think that's 70s. I think that's 80s. I'm pretty
I
sure.
wasn't thinking that. I was thinking of something else,
No,
but
no, but the one I said is ZAAT. It's also known as the Blood Waters of Dr. Z.
oh, okay.
That's a different. I was not saying zapped. I was saying zapped, zapped. Uh,
I, I was thinking of something else when I said Zapped. I wasn't thinking of the Scott
oh, I didn't
Baio
know that
movie.
you were saying zapped. Bronco was saying zapped in the chat. I don't know, man. I 70s. There's a really great movie, and I can't think of the damn name right now. Uh, what's the?
Just about
It's a
anything
Boris
from
Karloff
Amicus.
movie.
Do you remember
Amicus.
Amicus?
Oh
Amicus used
yeah. They did a Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror movie. There was a movie called Asylum. Also, these are
yeah,
anthology movies. Of course, Tales from the Crypt and
yeah.
Vault of Horror are British movies that adapt stories from the EC comics.
Yeah, just about anything from Amicus is great. I mean,
And then
Doctor
uh,
Terrors in his house, or Doctor Horror in his House of Terrors, or something like that. I can't
Count
remember.
Gorga, vampire killer,
Yeah,
hunter, whatever. There is.
Tell me how this looks.
Let me see. What do you got?
Trying out this chest thing.
Oh, it looks great.
See, I
I
got two
mean,
hands.
well, yeah. But walk around the store a little bit and let's. Do you have customers in the store right now?
No, we're closed. It might get bouncy. This thing's like a an elastic band around me.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, it does seem a little bouncy. I feel like I'm John Travolta sashaying down the street at the beginning of Saturday Night Fever. He's got a little bounce in his step.
They have some kind of a thing they put on their camp, like a stabilizer,
Yeah,
so it
I
doesn't.
think it does. It does a little bit feel like it's on top of Santa Claus's belly. Yeah, it's bouncing.
Yeah,
so
it's
I was going to
spandex.
ask
The
you. I was
straps
going to
are
ask you.
spandex.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
What is it, Gary?
I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry, but
No, I
I was
like
going to ask
interrupting.
you. I was watching you one time, and you were moving stuff around in your home, and you were going up and down the stairs, and we could see you going up and down the stairs, and you seemed to be using both hands to move things and stuff like that. And I was wondering, how is he carrying his camera?
Oh, I set
Do
the
you,
camera down on top of the box that I'm moving.
no. I mean, do you have some kind of a belt or something that you attach it to or something while you're moving around?
No,
That
I just well, I've got the camera on top of this duct taped together little tiny tripod with rubbery legs, and
yeah.
and so if I'm moving a box, I just set that little tripod sideways on top of the box. I guess that's what you're
Oh,
saying.
okay. Well, no,
Um,
I guess I mean I can see that, but there's times when I see you moving around, and it almost seems like you have the camera like attached to like a strap or a belt attached to your waist or something, because
no,
it seems like you're moving without actually holding the camera. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that means it's on top of whatever I'm carrying.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just yeah, that's all it is. Nothing
I see.
nothing magical about it.
Well, that makes sense now.
No, I'm trying to figure out. The other day, you were saying you have four of these, or you have four ordered.
I have three. I have four total. I think I'm gonna
Okay,
keep one. I have to keep one though.
okay. Did I ask for? Did Meyer ask you to hold one, right?
Yeah, Meyer wants one of those, and he wants a whip.
And I asked you to hold one.
If you
Did
want one,
I?
I
Yes,
don't
I
know.
would love one. But it's you say it's 40. Is that what you said?
No, they're 50, but actually they're 60. But I'm giving you guys them for 50.
Okay. I would like to get one. I don't know if I could buy it immediately, but I would like one of those.
They're
That's a fantastic mask. Uh,
they're normally 60, but I got in on a Black Friday sale for wholesalers where I saved an extra little bit on. on them.
Like this Black Friday or last Black Friday?
It's all month. They don't even do it
Oh,
like one day anymore. It's all month.
why don't they just call it Black November? That sounds like a horror movie, though. That's
Black
Black
November.
Christmas.
it's funny how people think that Black Friday is some racist term. It's uh, it's because accountants used to use red and black ink, and they would use red ink to show that they were negative and in the hole they were behind, and they used black ink to show that uh, they're making a profit. So negative amounts are red ink and positive amounts are black ink. And so Black Friday means we're in the black, we're making tons of money. And
I didn't know that. I learned
yeah,
something
and
new
people
today.
it yeah,
That's cool.
it's people think, oh, it's something sinister, it's satanic, or it's a racist term. It's not that at all.
Huh.
But people some people just love to be offended.
Oh yeah, they do.
Uh, and it's not African Americans. It's usually white liberals that get offended by terms like that. They're the ones that are looking so hard to be offended. It makes their whole month to be find something that they can be offended by.
I
Find
should put a
something.
sign on my door that says if you get offended easily, don't come in, huh?
Yeah,
I
but
wouldn't put that on the
then
door. I'd
that
just say,
might provoke them a little bit. I don't know. I don't
I'd
think
just
your
say, come on
store is
in, get
offensive.
offended. You know.
But your store really isn't offensive. You don't have buxom, like it's just monster heads. I think that liberals would like that. I mean, I think liberals can go into Spirit Halloween and have a good time. It's just they get offended by. Oh, I don't know, man. Some of those Top Stone masks. The other day, I was looking the top row on one of those ads. It's like every one of those masks is would be a real
Yeah,
problem today.
like the Aborigines and stuff they have.
Oh yeah, yeah. They had a bunch of yeah. Oh well,
Well, get over it.
but shit. Um,
Yeah, maybe I'll bring this thing just in case. This chest strap. I don't want people calling me Sticky Goose or Strap On.
well, I don't. I
Sticky goose or
There's
strap
no
on.
way you could flip through like you did last time you were at one of these conventions. You couldn't flip through those $5 comics while holding the camera unless
No,
because you have one arm now. So, oh well. Um, but
I
maybe
can
if
use
you're
my
doing it
arm.
before you're going to be there before the crowds come in, right? So maybe it won't be as embarrassing walking around with that thing. I don't know. Maybe it will be.
Or maybe I can put a shock monster mask over the top of it.
Did you guys? Could you show them what we're talking about so they can understand what we're? Oh, well, you're. Are you still wearing the thing?
Yeah, like it's the cameras coming out of my chest.
Can Can you go into the bathroom and film in the mirror and show us what you look like?
No, I don't want that image out there.
Well, without showing your face. So
You
you
know what
showed
I
your
noticed
face
is
once or twice on here,
we
but
never. I've never seen Kevin's face.
he showed himself once for charity to help some lady that was about to be evicted. It was for a good cause. Uh, but yeah, the weird thing is all the people in Mesa, Arizona get to see you. They all you have to do is go in your store. But on the internet, he's shy about it. It's all right. Meyer says yes, you need to add more distractions to your wardrobe so that people don't notice the camera on your chest. Yeah, dress like Elton John or something.
Well,
Or
you could just look like a tourist with a camera on your
well,
chest. You know,
you
hanging.
could cosplay as Nick Fury and put an eye patch on, and then it looks like you're wearing that chest straps that Nick Fury has, the whatever that stuff is.
Put a
Myers
Trump
says
mask
like a
over.
stupid. He suggests a stupid hat and sunglasses and socks, sandals.
Put a Trump mask over the mask. Can you see through the eyes?
Yeah, let me see again. I was reading Myers' comment. I wasn't looking at the picture.
Tell me up or down.
Oh, are you? Oh, are you in the? Oh, you're.
You're in the mask. You're in the Trump mask.
Oh,
I
so this is the way
think we're
Trump
looking
sees
out.
the world. So
I think
this
we're
is a
looking out his
Trump side view
nostril.
of the world. So when Trump meets with world leaders, this is what he's seeing.
I think we're looking through his nostril right now.
Up or down?
Down. Make the mask go down and the camera go up.
My God, what's wrong with
Oh, there
us?
we go. We got one eye hole now. Turn the camera to your right, I think.
Um, yeah, that's. Wait,
So
we're
maybe that's
trying to
not
make
good.
it where we see through. Oh, there's the nostrils and an eye. Okay, what are we trying to do exactly?
Disguise the chest mount. There we go.
There you go.
So just walk around with Trump's head and then nobody will notice.
So we would see the convention through these tiny little eye holes.
It looks like Michael Myers at the beginning of the first Halloween movie.
That would have been a great mask for the Halloween movie series.
Which one, the clown?
No, this the Trump mask instead of the
Oh,
William Shatner mask that he wore in the
oh, okay.
movies.
Did you try wearing the Trump mask? It looks kind of small.
I actually haven't. Yeah, I couldn't fit the Trump mask on a it's very small. It's like it's really like a children's mask, I think. It only fits on maybe people that are like a pinheads or something, or very small people,
And
dwarves.
there's no cut up the back either.
Yeah, I put it on top of a Barbie uh, makeup playset, so it's
I like to take those Barbie makeup playsets and alter them. I'll paint them all black, and then I'll put a sugar skull on their
there
face,
was.
and
I swear they had a Monster High one, and I remember trying to. I thought it was cool. I was trying to get. I was showing it to Cleo, hoping she'd want it because I kind of wanted it, but she didn't like it. So but I
I did
remember
that.
that.
I did that once for my niece. I took a Barbie doll thing and I just spray painted the whole thing black, even her hair. Just spray painted the whole thing black, and then I did a sugar skull thing, and I gave her some, that webbing that they sell at Halloween, that nasty kind of webbing that's supposed to go over your windows.
Yeah,
I bunched that up and made that her dress that she was wearing, and I redid the eyes and really made them look very spooky, and I gave that to her as a Christmas gift. my,
like a Day
my
of the Dead looking
yeah,
Barbie.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And it was great because my niece loved it, and my mother was just so offended. She was so upset
Oh
by
yeah.
it.
Everybody's doing the spinning around thing. It's like the new trend, man. We got to start doing that in everybody's videos. Just spin
Oh
around in a
yeah,
circle, like we're Julie Andrews at the beginning of The Sound of Music, up in the hills, the mountains. Spin
that's
around the
funny.
spin cam,
That's
and then you
funny.
get dizzy and fall over live on a live stream.
And it would become ceiling cam.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I think he's dizzy.
I think
Oh
so.
wait, are you? Oh, you had that strap on while you were. That didn't sound right. Strap on didn't sound right.
That
We got
didn't
to come up
sound
with a new
good.
term. We have to use
Strap
a new
on.
term. Chest cam. Oh boy.
You had said something, Kevin, the other day. I can't remember. You were you were looking at somebody's hold pile and a pile of comics, and you'd said, "You got a nice pile." I mean, it caused me to laugh. Sounded a little suggestive.
Pile? I was thinking like a pile of poop. What
Yeah,
were you
well,
thinking?
you know how you look nice gams or nice.
Yeah, but what is attractive about a pile?
Not necessarily. It was just kind
You
of funny
couldn't
how
just
it.
figure it's some naughty term.
Yeah. It just sounded naughty the way he said. You got
Yeah.
a nice pile there.
There's some disease called piles. What does that exactly mean?
I,
If someone has piles,
in my experience as a doctor, I could probably never tell you. I
yeah.
don't know.
Somebody in the chat must have piles. Is that something like it's, seems like I remember old ads in magazines said, "Do you have piles? Do you?" I don't know. Meyer, what are piles? Meyer's a medic, or I think that's one of his many careers.
There's a lot of medical terms that I find very strange, like rickets or
Yeah. August the Ascetic says, Meyer, did your metamorpho figure have any accessories? For example, where an arm is shown to be a different element.
No, it doesn't come with any.
Oh, piles or hemorrhoids. Ah,
oh,
nice hemorrhoids you have there. Yes.
nice
That's
hemorrhoid.
cool.
Yeah, that's how did we degenerate to this discussion, ladies and gentlemen? We came here to see some comic books that were brought into the store. Hemorrhoids, no accessories. That's only in the chat of this network do you see such
There's
discussion.
such things. Yes,
Such erudite folks.
that's
It's
funny.
like Face the Nation or Meet the Press. Um,
Came
Hold
across
your tongue,
in
hold your
my
tongue and say I was born on a pirate ship.
what's that now?
Hold your tongue and say I was born on a pirate ship.
Uh,
I've been touched it.
okay.
Oh God,
You-
terrible. Groucho, I came across these while I was organizing and cleaning my house. Do you have any of those?
no, what does it say at the top there? What is that thing? Is that a notebook?
No, it's Marvel Heroes stick-ons. Remember
Oh,
those that
that's
are
great.
advertised?
And
They
you
were
got it
advertised.
framed? Is that a frame around that? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's great.
it's in a frame. I've
No,
got the Hulk,
I've never seen that in my life. That's unbelievably cool.
and then I've got Captain America.
I think those are the one. That's great. I think those were sold. There was an ad, full page ad in the comics for these. I think they're meant to be put on your bedroom wall, maybe.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, I've
on
never
the
seen them
back,
in person. I've just seen drawn versions of those in the comic book ad.
and then in the back of them have these.
Oh yeah, that's what they used to sell about 1975. Is that the date on them?
Let me look here. 1974.
Okay, I like that sound you made. That was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you have a channel, Gary? Why don't you have a show? The Gary Davis show. That sounds like a real talk show.
Well, remember I did one episode of my own version of the Bone Daddy show, and I showed those Planet of the Apes comics that I purchased, and you and Cleo watched it one time. I think. I think
Okay.
you and Cleo watched it.
How long was the show? What was the length of it?
It was a long time ago.
No, not long. How
Probably
long
about.
ago was it? But how long? What was the length of the show?
Oh, it was only about a half an hour long.
And
This
this
is
is
the
on your
one.
channel.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
yeah, these
My
things are
Facebook.
great. How have you always had these, or did you get them?
I've had these for quite a while. I found them at my local comic book store, and they were just sitting in kind of a throwaway box, where they're like, yeah, if you want these, we'll sell them to you for $1. And
That's
that's
neat.
about what I had to pay for these, was about $1 each. And
Yeah,
well,
you lucked out. Those are pretty cool.
yeah, I know that they're worth more than $1, but I
Where are you planning to hang that frame exactly?
I have no idea yet. I'm still trying to find a spot.
That's just, that's me being an asshole. It's just like, yeah, it looks like there's a lot of empty space on your wall. But the thing is, we've got to figure out a way to put things on the ceiling. That's the thing.
Yeah, I have a lot of ceiling space I could do that with.
I was thinking anti-gravity, then I remembered David Wilcock's on tomorrow afternoon. So I got to end my stream before he starts. Because I'd like to just lay in bed and watch the David Wilcock live broadcast tomorrow. I just
Another
need to
thing
get
I'm sorry.
I need to get more rest. I need to get more sleep, man. I
Yeah, you
woke up
do.
early to record these Marvel cartoons off of and Space Ghost and stuff off of this channel on TV, and then right at the end the disc failed. It was all for nothing.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, I guess it's worse in the Ukraine, but to me it's bad.
Hey,
Probably
I
more
question.
than
now
worth.
I just heard that we 5 more missiles were shot from the Ukraine with "Made in the USA" written on them into Russia. I That's what Blazing Press is saying, but no one else
That's
seems to be
horrible.
reporting it. So we'll have to see.
That's
Bronco says
horrible.
that Gary Davis channel sounds awesome, even if it's just sorting the collection. Yeah, I mean, I really think you would have a tremendous ongoing show with your collection. The
Thank
only
you.
thing you need is some more light.
Yeah, yeah, I need to do that.
And that wouldn't be hard. Just all you need is to bring a lamp down from upstairs. Okay,
That's a
what are
good
we looking at
idea.
here? What is this thing?
Um, do you
Oh,
remember the Pirates of the Caribbean
yes,
model kit?
I see it. Yeah, that seems to be a mold of the little
There was,
medallion.
yeah, there was a mold that was included in some of the kits where you could take plaster and make your own medallion. And I've searched and searched and searched for that particular mold and couldn't find one. This was a resin a resin thing that someone had molded from theirs, and they were selling them on eBay.
Well, the actual medallion you got was real tiny. That's
Yes,
much bigger.
I've got a bunch of those, but they actually sold a mold, or they actually included a mold in some of the kits
Huh.
that you could do this with. And so what I'd like to try and do is make a silicone mold of this, and not paint this, or not finish this, but make continuous run of these particular things. And I've seen on I think I've seen on not PayPal, but um, um, this I've seen several videos on how to make your own silicone mold,
Oh, cool.
um, just using some of that silicone caulking, that clear silicone caulking, and hot water.
Huh.
And if you shoot that silicone caulking into the hot water, it makes the silicone caulking kind of malleable, and it enables you to uh, just kind of make it into a blob. And then if you have the thing that you want to make a mold of, you just basically take it out of the hot water and lay it onto that thing that you're wanting to make a mold of, and press all the water out as much as you can. And supposedly after the silicone dries, you should be able to, you know, pull it off and make your own molds.
I don't think that's something I'll ever do, but it would be cool if I knew someone that knew how to do it. That
Yeah.
sounds too complicated to me. This Daniel Barry Sports Highlights says, "What's up, everyone?" I don't know who Daniel Barry that. If that's humorous, that went over my head. You don't know who AOC is. I don't know who Daniel Barry is, but I bet everyone else knows who that is. I don't know sports too well, but hello there, Daniel Barry.
Might be an actual person.
Could be, not possibly. I need two more subscribers to get back to my high subscriber. I lost two a couple about a week ago. So please subscribe, Daniel Barry. I don't. It seems like this is your first time visiting. Please subscribe to this fantastic channel, and I'm just begging for subscribers. Man alive. Um, what else have you? What else do you have to show for yourself, Gary Davis? What else you got there?
So for
Hey,
myself.
Brad, can
Well,
we
this
pick
thing
some
came from
videos?
Kevin.
Ah, yes. What is that, Kevin?
I was gonna see if we can pick the videos real quick so I can send her the list.
Oh, okay.
I can go through
Gary.
them all.
Okay, tell me the name of this guy again that
It's
passed away.
Colin Cantwell.
There's a guy named Colin Cantwell who apparently is the guy that created the look of the X-wing fighter in the Y-wing and also the TIE fighter in the Death Star. Is this correct?
Yeah, he was a model builder, and I think George Lucas saw his work on Space Odyssey
Two, yeah,
2099. He liked his
2001.
work.
Yeah.
2001. Yeah, he liked his work, and then he reached out to him and hired him.
Okay.
So there
So,
wouldn't be any Star Wars without him, as you know it today. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
not the new stuff, the old stuff.
The real Star Wars movies, the first three, the original three. Okay, that's
So
so. Anyway, his widow has contacted Kevin and wants to have some of us. I assume that's you, me, and Meyer. Is that correct?
no, it's me, you, and her on a Zoom
Oh, it's just the
call.
two. Oh, it's just the two of us with her.
But everybody's in the chat and can ask questions, and we'll answer the question, or we'll tell
So,
her the questions.
so we'll give you a link. So
The
you
link's already
guys,
up. Yeah, the link's already up on my Facebook. I'll post it
okay.
somewhere else. I'll post it on your. You can post it anywhere.
Well, yeah, you can post it in my well, on this video that we're watching, you can post it in the comments section and other, yeah, well, we'll figure it out. But anyway, we're doing this Wednesday night. It's a Zoom meeting. It's not on YouTube. It's just some Zoom meeting that
It's not
we're
a
gonna
meeting. It's called like a webinar. It's like a seminar, but it's online.
a webinar. So a webinar is usually one person doing all the presenting.
Yeah,
And
she would have done that if I didn't say that. Hey, me and you will go on there with her.
okay, so we're going to go on there and ask
She
some
would have done.
questions. She
Yeah, she
still
would have
needs to
just
do
done it by
most of the
herself.
talking because I don't really know much. This is all new to me. I
Yeah,
always thought Ralph McQuarrie did all the inventing of all those ships and stuff. So apparently he also had some. Well, what I'm most interested in is about Stanley Kubrick and his working because he apparently was instrumental in Kubrick, according to what he wrote, into Kubrick using the classical music in 2001: A Space Odyssey. But I'm pretty sure that Kubrick was already thinking about that because he used classical music in more than a few of his movies.
no,
So I don't.
he had fired four different composers. So
Yeah.
Colin suggested his guy, and he picked him.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't really. I she's got all these segments like
Yeah,
it's a documentary and
they're
it's
all short
divided into little
videos.
segments and so she only wants to talk for a certain amount of time, and so she wants us to pick out the segments we'd like to, I guess, see.
Yeah,
And
'cause there's 18
is
different interviews that he has, and there. So she has these short clips, and I
well,
can tell you that we can go over the clips, and you can tell me which ones.
okay, right. If you want to mention what they are, and then we can, yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
all right. Colin describing the kit bash ships he showed to Lucas, and that's a 2 minute and 33-second clip.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, so I'm gonna write number
How
two.
many? How many are we supposed to pick?
Well, she said she wants it to be about 30 minutes long, so that's 2 minutes and 33 seconds.
Okay, well, so does she want 30 minutes of clips, or does she want the whole thing to be 30 minutes, including the questions and her answers?
I think 30 minutes total. Maybe it can go over some.
Okay, yeah, that seems like a pretty short. I don't know why she wants to keep it at a certain length.
Well, if it's going well, I think we can be longer.
Okay, maybe she's just worried that it'll be tiring to her.
Maybe
Um,
she's afraid there's going to be nobody there watching.
well, that is a possibility. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many people are loyal to our channels. Maybe it seems like there's always at least 12 people watching my show. Those 12, yeah, well, the problem is that the day before Thanksgiving, a lot of people are on the road. That could cut into the viewership, but we'll see. All right, what else? What other segments does she have?
There's one where it's almost full-size replica of the X-Wing at a space museum. Eh,
Yeah, well, is it his model kit? His
it
his
doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. It's a minute long. It doesn't sound interesting to me.
Yeah, no, that doesn't.
All right, Colin describing the X-Wing. That's 4 minutes 54 seconds. Him just describing it.
Well, I mean, Star Wars people would find that fascinating. I mean, I guess I'm a Star Wars person. I've never really thought someone could spend that much time talking about that ship, but
I'm gonna skip that for now, unless we need to fill in time.
okay.
Colin describing the first Millennium Falcon.
That sounds interesting.
It's
I
3 minutes.
like that idea.
Millennium Falcon's a very unique ship. It's the No one's ever had
Did,
anything like that in a movie before.
did she? Do you know if she had a hand in designing any of the interior of the Millennium Falcon? Because I'd love
Well,
to know.
That's
I'd
a
love to
question.
more.
I'll write that question down for you.
Because
God,
I would
that's
like to
so.
know. I'd like to know about the chess, the 3 dimensional chess set. I've always been fascinated by that, and
I
I
I don't know if he had anything to do with that though.
I'm gonna write it
yeah
down anyway.
Okay.
Just a general question about the interior.
yeah just describing the interior and how what they were thinking behind certain parts of it, and
Okay. Next one, Colin describing the TIE fighter. 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Nah.
ooh, I like that one too because the
Yeah,
Tie Fighters have
I
always
think that
fascinated me.
the Star Wars stuff is essential because that's kind of what he's
Okay, I'll write it down
built
then.
everything is. That's the most important thing it seems like in his bio. I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's how he's. That's just bread and butter, right?
well, that's the biggest movie he worked on. I mean, 2001: A Space Odyssey is pretty well. That's pretty big too. And just anything he see, wasn't there stuff he did with the government too? That seems like that would be important. And of course, the Stanley Kubrick stuff is also really important.
Yeah, we'll keep. Let's keep going. Colin describing the Imperial cruiser and opening scene.
Oh, he designed all the ships, including the cruiser.
The Imperial
Yeah,
cruiser
sure.
and the opening scene.
Sure, Meyer has a good point. How about his upbringing and interest, i.e., movies, pulps, comics, etc.?
Yeah, I want
Um,
to ask him to fit, what kind of comics he read. Yeah,
yeah,
because remember there was that comic that that Last Frontier showed this morning.
Yeah, I already
What
put it.
was that comic? I'm gonna write it down.
Yes, hold on. I have a picture of it here. It's Strange Worlds, and the number, I wrote it down on a piece of paper in my pocket. It's Strange Worlds number 2.
Okay, I
So,
wrote that.
so all you have to do is look that up on the internet or mycomicshop.com. I stole this from mycomicshop.com, the one here. Um, and oh, Meyer also was interested in music. Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
let's keep
and
going.
Bronco would love to hear him talk about Stanley Kubrick. Yes, me too.
That'll come up. Let's keep going. All right. Colin describing the Death Star. I guess we have to add that.
Oh yeah, yeah. All the Star Wars stuff is pretty essential. Military service, says Meyer.
Okay, let's
Um,
keep going.
I I didn't think about that.
All right, Colin. Further describing what he did with kit bashing ships.
Kit bashing.
That's what it says. Colin further describing what he did with kit bashing ships.
I don't know that term. I know that
I think it's like you make your own models or
you
something.
take pieces from different kits. Yeah, I know that.
Heck,
I'd always
yeah.
heard that yeah, little pieces were taken from all these different kinds of military model kits to create the Death Star stuff and a little. Yeah, okay. So that must be called kit bashing. Interesting. Okay.
You interested in that, or skip it for now until we need to fill time?
How long is that segment?
2 minutes and 44 seconds.
I think it's interesting. I wish she'd just let us watch the whole damn thing, man.
Right now we're halfway through. We're 16 minutes already, and we haven't even gotten.
Okay, all right.
So keep that out or put it in.
I think Meyer says it sounds interesting. I agree with him. Yeah,
All right, kit
that's
bash.
something I've always wanted to
Okay.
know about.
All right. So we're putting
Oh,
that.
Meyer says I'm just thinking that he may have known about flight and aircraft from military service. Yeah, oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that um
Okay, that's the what video 11 on here is Colin talking about his inspiration for the various ships.
yes, that's absolutely. That would be where you would ask about military service. I just seen pictures of this guy in his later years. He had long hair, so that was the last thing I was thinking. I figured he was never in the military, but that's a silly thing because there's tons of veterans that have real long hair. It doesn't mean that you were always like a hippie. You know? That's just an ignorant attitude on my part. Uh,
All right, the next one. Colin discusses what he used to build the ship models.
yeah, I thought that's what the last one was kind of saying. The kit
Well, that
bashing.
was describing what he did with kit bashing ships, and that one's just
Okay.
what he used. Yeah, it is kind of the same one, and that's
It
9 minutes.
sounds like different
That's nine
words.
minutes. 9 minutes. We
9 minutes.
might. Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds important though. I mean, all of this Star Wars stuff. There's, hopefully, she'll let us do a part 2 because I'd like to know about. I can watch this all day long. It's like your Halloween dioramas. Um, this makes me want to get one of those little Frankenstein moving machines. Uh, is that a real cigarette there, Gary?
No, it's a prank cigarette. It's made to look like a real cigarette. It's got some orange foil embedded inside the ash,
I
and
used to have something like that I had in Jerry Mahoney's mouth, the ventriloquist puppet. I don't know where that thing
Yeah.
fell to.
it
I
Okay.
reflects light, and so it
right,
appears that it's lit.
right.
And,
Yeah,
and so
I need to get a fake cigarette for the shock. That's what he needs. Either he needs
I think
that bad.
we bought it at a prank shop or a game shop or something like that. There was a came with a pack of like 6 of them, and
It's what completes the shock monster. It really needs that, man. And yeah, I'm not even joking. Okay, Myers says that's important. It's where he talks about how the cannons are toilet paper tubes. Oh, is that right?
Really?
Does he do that? Oh, he said. Oh, he's saying kit bashing sounds interesting. Yeah, all of this stuff is sounding interesting to me.
Okay,
But
the next
I
video.
didn't realize
Colin
those were made out of
discusses,
toilet paper tubes.
well, Meyer might be kidding with that, but that may
Oh.
be hyperbole. But um,
all right, this video, this next one is. It says Colin discusses his first meeting with George Lucas.
oh, that's important too. How long is that segment?
That is 3 minutes and 12 seconds.
How are we gonna make this 30 minutes, man?
Let's see where we're at right now. 7, 8, 9. We're at like 25 minutes right now.
And then if she
Oh, there you go.
wants questioning, but that leaves there's nothing. We didn't even mention Stanley Kubrick in 2001. It's just
Oh, let's check it. Let's keep going. Colin talks about he worked with George Lucas.
Are
I don't
there
know what
any
that I don't know what that means.
It's four
are there
minutes.
any are there any 2001 references there?
Yeah,
Yes,
there's a.
he worked on 2001 with Kubrick, and
I know, but I
we haven't.
mean, any of the presentations or the questions, do they have anything to do with 2001?
They're probably we're only halfway through.
Yeah, it's coming up. I've already
Okay,
seen this list.
Colin tells how he got the job he wanted.
That's pretty vague.
Yeah, let's skip that. And it's
Yeah.
5 minutes. Okay, I don't know about this. Oh, her name is Sierra, his widow.
Okay.
So it says Sierra's overview and photos of Colin's projects in their basement.
Ooh, this sounds good. I mean, yeah,
Let's
but
skip it for now
yeah.
and then go back if we. All right, what's this say? Charles. How do you say this name? Eames. Charles
Eames,
Charles
Eames.
Eames
Yeah.
and
Eames.
Colin's Gravity Well.
That sounds fascinating.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
all of this. I want to see every single one of these. So it's real hard for me. Yeah.
All right, Colin discusses his visit to Frank Lloyd Wright with drawings.
Okay, so this guy is instrumental in the look of the whole 1950s because apparently he's involved in architecture, the 50s, and then the furniture of that time period. Some people refer to it as the Eames era.
He has a
So
lot of Frank
Eames
Lloyd
is
Wright has a street out here. Like he's real
yeah.
popular out here. There's a lot of his
Well,
house.
so this guy is really is a designer, and he must have been into architecture and design and so, yeah, this every aspect of this guy's life is fascinating. So to try to just pin him down as the Star Wars guy is kind of insulting to his life. I want to know about the guy's entire life. I hate that this woman I'm sure is wonderful. I just hate that she's constricted. Like my husband's life, I'm only going to talk about it for 30 minutes. It's like, how do you do that to someone's life? I want to
She
know
thinks
about it all.
that kids' attention spans are real small.
Well, who cares? The kids aren't going to be. Oh, well, that's what she's doing. I
I
understand that.
think
That's
that's what I
true.
can. That's the only thing I can think of. Like why she'd
Did
want
she
to.
say that?
No, she didn't say that, but maybe she thinks I have like a bunch of kids on my Facebook.
Um, I don't know. I wish
Let's keep going now. I'll try to convince her to go longer.
people tell her people watch my show for 9 hours. My audience, which is not many, granted, but
We can
so
do all 18 interviews. I'll tell her.
I'd love to see every bit of it. It's real hard for me to decide what part. It sounds like his whole life was he touched on things I'm interested in every part of his life. It's real hard for me to say I'm only interested in that because it sounds this Frank Lloyd Wright Eames stuff. is right up my alley. The Stanley Kubrick stuff, the Lucas stuff, and then I could have sworn later he's like working with the government, with the moon landing, and he's talking. He's like the voice in Walter Cronkite's ear during the moon landing, and then there's stuff about him. Working on the movie War Games, and which is a Matthew Broderick movie, but it's a very important movie. People kind of forget about that movie. That's when people started to first realize about that was pre-internet. That was like from about 83 or something like that. But it was about a kid that was a computer hacker, and it was about when he almost starts a nuclear war. That's a movie I'd like to watch again, and it was I haven't seen it since it was in the theater, but
Okay.
he worked on that too. Anyway,
All right, let's keep
Bronco
going.
says it needs to be an hour long at the very least. I totally agree. Okay, keep going.
I'll try. The next is what do we do? The Frank Lloyd, right? Was the last one? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Colin discusses his work on 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's 9 minutes.
What was it again?
Colin discusses his work on 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yes, 100%.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All of this is great. There's nothing
Yeah.
Everyone's saying they want to see at least an hour. Bronco says Kubrick is more popular with younger people than George Lucas. Well, Kubrick is a more important filmmaker as far as his career goes. Lucas, yeah, he made a. I mean, he only directed two movies that were really significant: American Graffiti and Star Wars. He didn't direct any other. Yes, he did direct some of those prequels, but I don't even consider those movies.
Did he
And
do THX though? Didn't
he
wasn't he
did, but
responsible for?
I don't consider that. That was to me. That was yeah. That movie's not a lot of fun to watch. I don't consider that. Star Wars and American Graffiti are really transcendent. Those are
Yeah,
fantastic movies.
yeah, they
THX
are.
1138's kind of like, damn man, this is
Well,
it's okay.
THX 1138 was so depressing.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's
Are you
not.
ready for the next one? Let's look at this one. This is a good one, right? All right. Colin discusses the experience with the Apollo 11 moon landing.
Yes, that's a.
Ooh,
Yes, man. Well, this guy did everything. It sounds like he's like it's like trying to. Well, we're going to talk about Benjamin Franklin's life or Nikola Tesla's life, but we can only talk about it for 30 minutes. It's like what? This guy did everything, man. Uh,
it's like talking about Hedy Lamarr. You know, it's just like
yeah, yeah,
you can't put it in such a small capsule. There's so many different facets of so many lives.
yeah,
Okay. Colin talks about the mistake on the Mars landing.
yeah. Yes, this guy should. We should have Elon Musk asking this guy questions. This guy, that's who could be watching this video. This is the type guy that Elon Musk would like to be talking to, man. This guy is
Yeah, for sure.
like really something else. Bronco says, "I love American Graffiti. I still jokingly say, go kiss the duck, Marblehead." Yeah, and YW Bronco. I don't know what YW means, but I'm sure it means something. Mackenzie Phillips was great in that. Yo, she was. Yeah, everyone was great in American Graffiti.
YW usually means you're welcome, Gratu. Keep up, please.
I'm sorry. I'm being chastised. I am offended. Okay. How
Are
am I
you ready
supposed
for
to
the
know
next
that
one?
stupid shit? Myers says that's my favorite parts of the movie. Her and John driving around. Yeah, it is. Right. Yeah.
All right. The next one is Colin discusses the Fleet Theater first Omnimax project. I don't know what that means.
Omnimax was a film. It's kind of like that. IMAX. I don't remember exactly what Omnimax was. It might have been where they had, what was that? There was some film process where I remember, what was the film process that there was a movie called Brainstorm that came out in the 80s, and there were certain scenes that were no, or was it Brainstorm, or I think it was, where there was dream sequences and then the screen widened out, and I think that was at a higher flicker of film rate or something, and it so the dream sequences were completely
Dreamscape.
different. Dream.
Dreamscape.
Yeah, there was a movie called Dreamscape, but there was another one called Brainstorm, and I think it had Natalie Wood. They're similar movies, and they involve
Brain
dreams.
brain scan maybe? Or
You guys, look and see if there was a movie called Brainstorm. Dreamscape was a good movie. I think that had Dennis Quaid. I'm thinking of a movie
Yeah.
that had Natalie Wood, and it was called Brainstorm, and it had some kind of effect system. I may be completely wrong. Um, but I think there was a movie called Brainstorm. I remember seeing that. Yeah, the parts with Mackenzie Phillips and John Milner driving around. Yeah, Paul Lamont. All that was classic. It was so real too.
it was good.
This, yeah,
Wasn't that Harrison Ford's first movie?
yeah. Well, he was in it. I don't know if that's his first movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen shit with him from the '60s, but mostly he was in TV shows. That could have been his first theatrical film. That's very possible.
Yeah. Very
Okay, we got
possible.
5 more.
Okay.
Okay. Colin discusses Close Encounters of a Third Kind project.
He was on that too, man. How she's got to let us see all this shit. But I think she's wanting to make a documentary, and if she puts out all of this, then she's releasing basically her film before it's been put together. See,
Yeah,
but
that's
but I
true.
I want to know about all this stuff. I want her to at least talk to us about all this stuff. Yeah, this is becoming more. Brainstorm. Chip Creep Napalm agrees that there's a movie called Brainstorm. That's what I
So,
thought.
do we want to do Close Encounters?
Well, that was a huge movie. That was like after Star Wars. That was the next big giant movie. Star
Okay, I'm
Wars
gonna put
came
it
out
down.
in summer of '77, and then Close
3 minutes
Encounters, I
and
think,
one
was
second.
Christmas of '77 and into '78.
It's 3 minutes. I'm gonna put it in. We'll try to get maybe she'll do an hour.
Bronco Bear is right. Dazed and Confused is exactly is it was intentionally like almost exactly the same tone and everything. It was American Graffiti was the the early '60s, late '50s, and then Dazed and Confused was the nostalgic film for 1976 for the mid '70s,
This shock
and
monster is better than the Yule log. Watching that on the screen.
I agree 100%. I don't know. I was thinking this, but I don't know if I said it out loud. This is as much fun as watching uh, your spook show little things that you got. The little moving. In fact,
Yeah.
him with those spook show moving things with the little people in the cars. If they were behind him, it would look like forced perspective, like he was in a carnival and he was standing in front of it. Oh man.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, it's just you don't have any of them in your. So if maybe you do. What do I know? But
I do have monsters that, I mean, this is what's called a motionette. This is an actual um, made by a company called I'm not sure what the company's called, but the statues are called motionettes.
yeah, I
And
know. I'm talking about the little villages that are spooky villages that have moving cars and
oh,
stuff that they sell
oh,
at the arts MJ Designs or Michaels, whatever.
oh,
He, Kevin's got some
yeah,
of those, and if they were in the
yeah,
background, it would be like the shock monster is in a carnival with that's the carnival rides in the background.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a great
But
idea.
I really want to get one of those motionettes like you have. I think they used to sell them at Walmart about 30,
They
40 years
did.
ago. And
Yeah.
because just for this, because that looks great, what you've
Thank
done.
you. Thank you.
Oh my
I
God, that looks great.
I found I find motionettes at the thrift store all the time. That's where I get them. And so I mean,
All the time, really? You've got good thrift stores there.
I
That's
do.
better than the Home Depot animatronics right there.
I've got the Wolfman, the creature from the Black Lagoon, Dracula, Frankenstein, a witch, and a couple of Grim Reapers. And then I've got this Frankenstein.
It's better than anything at Spirit Store.
Yeah, that there is one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life.
What I love about it is it's so, it is so robotic. It's obviously from, it's obviously, a monster that's not real, but I mean, it just looks so, I don't know, it looks so Halloweeny.
It'd be perfect for a dark ride if it was life sized.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect in that size, man. I that's that would make people really scared. I think if that appeared.
All right. Oh, what number are we on? Let's see. Okay, we finished the Close Encounters of the Third Kind. All right. The next one, Colin discusses his Buck Rogers motion controlled camera.
Okay, so we worked on that too. What did
Are
he
we?
not work on?
Yeah, I was going to say, what did this man not work on?
Buck Rogers motion control camera. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Yes or
Well,
no?
I mean, I'm not. I honestly, I'm not as interested in the Buck Rogers TV series as I would be in Stanley Kubrick or the Moon Landing or Star Wars. I mean, it was
Okay.
a fun TV show, but it was, kind of shitty too, to be honest with you.
Okay, next one. Colin discusses the HP multicolor monitor he created.
Well, that sounds fascinating. But it's not. Wouldn't be my first. Man, this guy sounds like just a brilliant genius. Why is it we've never heard of this guy?
Colin discusses his War Games computer graphics.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that would be because that's the beginning of everything. That movie, War Games, introduced normal people into computers and the threat they might pose someday, and into hacking. No one had ever heard of hacking before that.
Hacking was a new thing, and after War Games, it became huge.
You know what hacking was before? It was there used to be something called phone. Was it phone fish? It was called. There was a guy named Captain Crunch. He had the nickname Captain Crunch because he got this whistle from that was a prize in a Captain Crunch box in the late '60s, and he figured that if you blew the Captain Crunch whistle, you could on the telephone. You could fool past the operators and make long distance calls, and they would figure out how to hack the phone company where they could be connected to the White House and do prank calls to the
Really?
president. They were
Oh.
hackers, but they didn't have computers. They had the phone system, and they were able to do incredible things with telephones. And I've heard interviews with the guy that had the nickname Captain Crunch. He was, I think, interviewed on the Art Bell show, and I'm sure we could find some good Captain Crunch material on YouTube. I haven't even thought to ever look that up, but those were the first hackers, these hippies that figured out how to hack the phone company with a plastic whistle out of a Captain Crunch box. That's something not many people know about, but I'd like to know more about it. Meyer
Remember,
said it was fun.
remember when Matthew Broderick was in that War Games movie? He used his phone. I mean, his internet was through his phone. I mean, he dialed a number and then he took the receiver and put it on some kind of a cradle.
Okay,
And I mean, that's how computers communicated with each other. Do you
yeah,
remember that?
honestly, I haven't seen the movie since it came out in about 1982, 83.
Oh,
And I would
okay.
love
I
to
see.
see it again because, yeah, that was the internet to me. I didn't even think about the internet until the late 90s. That's when it became interesting to me. And so at that point when War Games came out, it was a fascinating movie. It was a fun movie. But I never thought when War Games came out that I would own a computer or care about a computer. It was just a fun
Yeah.
movie to watch.
You never knew that your whole life would be based around a computer.
Or that I'd be staring at a phone almost 24 hours a day, like I'm staring at it right now, to watch a shock monster go back and forth with Vampirella in the background. Can you imagine tuning into this channel right now and seeing this image with just some weird people talking over it? It's I don't know how people don't subscribe to this channel. What's wrong with them?
I had a math teacher in junior high school who he was telling us about, what's going to happen in the future. He says, someday you're going to be out in the mountains fishing. He says, and you'll be able to take out a little phone out of your pocket and be able to access millions of things just by your phone. And this was way back in 1978 or 79. He was telling us this. And we was just like, "Oh, you're crazy. You're absolutely nuts." And he's like, "No." He says, "Someday you're going to be able to access television shows
Yeah.
through a phone." Yeah, I'm
Well,
like,
there was this award-winning teacher in the district that was I taught him when he was a sixth and seventh grade student, right? He didn't fail. I just was moved between sixth and seventh. Anyway, so he's grown up. He's winning awards as this. And he said, and I talked with him. He says, "You inspired me to be a teacher." And he says, "You used to talk about how someday we'd have these widescreen TVs and all this stuff that we have now." And it's like, wow, how did you know all that? And I
yeah,
actually, yeah, that guy, yeah, he was he was a brilliant kid, yeah, and
wow,
he'd write film reviews of movies like American Graffiti and stuff. And I taught him in the late '90s, and then years later, I actually he and his fiance years later, I went to see the movie Kick Ass with. He was a grown man with a girlfriend about to get married, and then I went with him to see Kick Ass. That's pretty.
how funny.
And I taught him as a sixth grader. That's pretty surreal. But that story reminded me of that. He was talking about all these predictions I made that came true, but I just knew that that's the way things were going to be. It's like now we don't think anything of these. Uh, the clarity that we have on TVs now. I remember you'd get up close to you'd have a 21-inch, 27-inch TV screen. It's like, wow, that's a huge screen. But you go up close and you see all the lines.
Yeah,
It's
all the
now
pixels.
everything is so amazing.
Did you
Yeah, that's all.
you guys remember the magazine called Omni?
Yeah,
Omni
I remember Omni.
magazine. They used to predict all kinds of things in that magazine. I remember reading that during like the 1980s, and I was like, "Can you believe they're talking about this and that?" And
Yeah,
you look back at those articles, and you're like, "Wow, we actually made
yeah.
fun of those." So, we actually looked at them and kind of scoffed and said, "Yeah, that's science fiction."
Well, what I remember is watching the premiere on Sunday night of the Battlestar, the premiere of Battlestar Galactica, and it was a 3 hour thing. And it seems like every commercial break there was an advertisement for Bob Guccione's new magazine Omni. I remember that. It's
Yeah,
just like it was, yeah, that was a Bob Guccione. It looked exactly the lettering, the font, everything was exactly like his other famous magazine. Except it just didn't have pictures of that particular subject matter, but
exactly.
that
Yeah,
was his attempt to be a more serious publication.
Oh, that OmniMax thing that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
So that is now known as IMAX.
Okay, yeah, that's what it is. That's what Brainstorm was. It would be a regular movie, and then when there were dream sequences, when you were hooked up and you were dreaming, it would suddenly switch to IMAX, and the screen would be much bigger, and it would, yeah. So
Okay, in
that's where that started.
1973, at the Reuben H. Fleet Space Theater Planetarium in San Diego, Colin wrote, designed, and directed the first Omnimax spherical projection movie, which was called Journey to the Outer Planets, and that Omnimax
I
is now known as IMAX.
Yeah, see, this guy is very important, and you can't just take this guy's life and crush it into 30 minutes. When did this guy pass away?
About 2 years ago, and I met him about 5 or 6 years ago.
Hope he wasn't taken out by Fauci, but he probably was. Oh no, I'm not even joking. People of that, that age range, that was what Fauci specialized in.
the 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 elderly genocide, basically, is the way I look at it.
Yeah, the boomers. Yeah, that's
Okay,
what they
so
were.
we're at 55 minutes. That was the end of the video clips. So I think we should try to get an hour.
Yeah, Chip Creep says he has every copy of Omni. That's pretty cool. I've got some Omnis. It was a fascinating magazine. It was a little over my head at times. There was another magazine that Starlog put out called Future that was similar to Omni, but Omni had all that penthouse money behind it.
Yeah, Omni was a little bit cutting edge too. I mean, I'm sure Bob Guccione used a lot of his savvy to
Yeah.
get writers and to get people who were a little bit over the top, and I would just remember it being kind of a little cutting edge and a little bit I'm not going to say dirty, but it just it seemed like these were people you wouldn't want to mess with, kind of,
Well,
you know.
it somehow felt dirty just because you knew it was coming out from Bob Guccione.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
don't. It's just because it was had that association. It's like, um,
It says in 1968, Colin went to England where he worked on the film 2001: A Space Odyssey. During a midnight snack at Stanley Kubrick's home, a frustrated Kubrick told Colin they had replaced a fourth composer and was still not satisfied with the music. Colin then suggested that Kubrick go for a memorable opening with the music. Also, I can't read that guy's name. Um, he also suggested that compositions of Adagio, another name I can't pronounce, a bunch of names I can't pronounce, design the title scenes and manage the completion of the animation for the last three
well,
months of production.
the title sequence of 2001: A Space Odyssey is the most memorable thing about it. With "Thus spoke
Yeah.
Zarathustra," duh, duh. That's what. I mean, this guy. He's like the what is it, Forrest Gump or
That's
Zelig or
what I was
whatever,
going to
that's
say.
there at every moment of history, but except he's actually instrumental in it, not just stumbling through it.
Here's one. One of his most memorable and important experiences was in July of 1969. At that time, Colin was positioned behind Walter Cronkite in the CBS studio while Walter gave a blow by blow description of the first Apollo 11 landing on the moon in real time. Colin was the HAL 9000 computer that was feeding Walter the actual flight information that was broadcast live on TV during the moon landing.
And that may be partly why though all the conspiracy theorists say that Stanley Kubrick was behind the faking of the moon landing, that was Stanley Kubrick production, that wasn't real, they were on a set. um That's interesting. I don't think we should ask her that question about whether the moon landing was staged. I don't think that would be a safe thing to talk to her about. But that's no. This guy is fascinating. And how is it we don't know his name until now? It's just what this lady, the guy himself had appeared in your store, right? And this lady is now a widow, and she's selling prints of his work. Is that correct?
Yeah, they were doing that back then, and I guess he'd signed, a stack of them before he passed away so that she can keep selling them.
I wish this guy had written a book or something and had done something. It just seems like his wife is desperately trying to tell people about how cool her husband was. I wish she would write a book or somehow. I don't know, but anything we could do to spread the word about this cool guy.
She was with him for 24 years.
You know, that's great.
And I mean, he lived to be 90 something, I think.
So she must be a much younger wife.
Yeah, she must be.
Yeah, he probably had a wife that was about 20 years younger, or yeah, she's probably. I bet she's about 70. Let's not ask her her age. That's not. Sorry, I'm brushing my teeth, ladies. So. Yeah, I can't decide because every bit of this is fascinating. I can't. I mean, it's. I mean to say I just want to hear about Star Wars because it's Star Wars. Every bit of it's fascinating. But normal idiots, they just want to hear about Star Wars more likely. You know.
All right, let's read this other thing here.
Oh, God damn it.
They're saying his most notable contribution to the film industry was designing the spaceships for the original 1977 Star Wars film. His work included the creation of the X-Wing, Y-Wing, TIE Fighter, Imperial Cruiser, Skyhopper, Death Star, and the first Millennium Falcon.
Wow.
The dramatic
What a
fight
legacy.
scene, the dramatic fight scene in the Death Star trench was actually an accident. When Colin was about to build the model, the styrene globe arrived in two halves. Realizing the work it would take to smooth out the edges to show no seam, he suggested to George Lucas that there could be this dramatic fight scene in which the good guys were shot at from both sides as they entered the Death Star Trench. George agreed, and the most exciting scene of the movie was the result.
That's cool. That is really cool.
For Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Colin presented Steven Spielberg with his vision of the first scene design of the hovering spaceship. Doug Trumbull then became responsible for designing the scenes in the final movie.
Okay, so he must have been an associate of Douglas Trumbull. I think Douglas Trumbull was the guy behind that IMAX, that first what do they call it? Um, the whatever the
Omnimax or something.
Omnimax. I thought it was also called Show Scan or something like that. But I remember that was, I think Douglas Trumbull might have directed Brainstorm. I think he might have been the director of that movie, as I recall, with Natalie Wood. It was her last movie. Came out after, I think, like Myers said. I think that came out after Natalie Wood had drowned. It- but that's a movie that no one ever talks. You can't really see it on television in the same way because you really have to see that movie projected to get the true experience of it. Um, um, Chip Creep is here. Hello, Chip Creep.
Hi, good evening. How are you guys?
Good.
Good.
It's really fascinating to hear you talk about this guy. It's
Had
I
you
think
ever heard of him before?
no, but his work is like fascinating. It's part of my
Iconic.
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
part of my whole life.
yeah. This guy, it's like everything we loved as kids. He had some hand in it. So, yeah, I definitely want to know about this guy. I just hate that she's confined us to. We're only going to do it for 30 minutes. It's like what?
Well,
It's like
55 minutes of clips, and then we're gonna have maybe 15 minutes of back and forth questions.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we're at least an hour and 10 minutes.
but other people can come on the Zoom meeting and they can
Ask
um,
questions, yeah,
ask
definitely ask
questions.
questions.
Can they be heard or do?
No, they
Yeah,
type on. They type.
I thought on a Zoom you see pictures of everybody's head.
The pictures you're gonna see is me, you, and her.
Okay, so everything else will be in the chat, and then we'd have to read the question to her.
Uh huh.
Okay, all right. I just don't see.
You guys would be like moderators then, right? Something
See,
like that.
I'm not good with time restrictions. That's why I wind up with 9, 10 hour live streams. So
That's why we have me here.
yes, exactly. That's your. I'll be right back.
I'll keep track of the time. I'll have a little timer that buzzes. Yeah, so we have 55 minutes. It looks like. But if you have any questions, just let me know, and if you don't want to type them out, chip free to anybody. If you have any questions to ask them, I'll write them down right now. Or Gary or anybody.
Okay.
I got
That's
I
a
got
point.
Myers. Myers, he had a question about military inspiration. I have a question from Gary. Did he design any of the interior to the
The
Millennium
Millennium
Falcon?
Falcon. And maybe what the I don't know what the interior, what specific parts of the interior were used for. There was
Yeah,
a video that I saw on Facebook at one point, and it did talk in detail about the Millennium Falcon, and it was fascinating. It talked about how where the where certain things were and why certain things looked the way they did, and
I remember in the toy, it was always missing the little practice ball where
oh
you
yeah,
practice the lightsaber.
Yeah,
yeah.
hung from like a little string.
Yeah, that thing is always missing from it.
I know it's
I
kind of
was
kind of
one.
cliche, but I would love to know what his influences are. I mean, even musical people and artists, I always like to see what inspired them to create, you know, their great art. I know it's
Absolutely.
cliche, but I love to hear about that stuff.
No, it's not a cliche. Meyer was saying the same thing. Yeah, that's absolutely what, because, when you see that, like, I don't know if you saw what we were showing earlier, where is it? This, Yeah, Scott from Last Frontier Comics just got this book sent to him. I mean, look at this from the 50s. It really looks like the Death Star there in the Steve Ditko cover. So just can't keep from laughing at the shock monster there, Gary. That's really genius.
I I I'm getting kind of scared actually.
Yeah, if you have that moving all night while you're sleeping, that's as
Oh,
brilliant as your Star Wars, your Darth Vader display. That's another
thank
I
you.
need to have
definite
Barry
work.
help me design the store.
Yeah,
What's that?
yeah,
What's that, Kevin?
I need to have you come out here and help me design the store better.
Oh, I would love to do that. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I would love to have a hand in that. Your store is great.
yeah.
That's it.
Have you thought about traveling around and helping with interior design? I think you could
That
work
might
for
be
Better
that might
Homes
be
and
a good
Gardens magazine.
that
I
might be
would.
a good career change for me is interior design of fantastic homes. You know, have a Star Wars motif or a horror motif or something like that.
There used to be I don't know if it's still published, called Game Room, and you would see how people decorated their game rooms and their home arcades. And
Oh, really?
sometimes you'd see people that have like a vintage arcade, with like shooting games, and it looks like you're at a 1950s arcade. And I loved that. But I was
Wow.
thinking, it would be such a great magazine instead of interior design, you could call it inferior design or something, and just show all these people that live in houses filled with monsters. And so this is like,
That's a great idea.
yeah, it's like the anti better homes and gardens. It should be worse homes and gardens or something. I don't know. it
I like your idea
because
of inferior in
yeah,
instead of interior, using
I
the word
I just
inferior.
I've always liked looking at how creative people live, and so these people have these comic book rooms and stuff, and it's like I want to see everything. I don't want to just see the one wall. I want to see a 360, and
Yeah,
then I want to see how people decorate their basements. And there's so many people on YouTube. They all look just their decoration all looks like what is that guy that I call Statue Bob with the kind of the rap looking guy? What is his name?
Oh yeah, Jim Mint.
Jim Mint. It's like everybody does it just like Jim Mint. They've got all their what are those giant books called, omnibus books, and then they've got a row of LED lights, and then they've got everything's done exactly. Then there's statues on top of the LED lights. Everything's exactly the same like he does it. I want to see how. I just like looking at how creative people decorate.
hey,
Uh,
sometimes you can look that up on YouTube. You can type in tours of horror homes or horror collections
yeah,
or tours of even toy collections or whatever.
yeah.
You can find all kinds of people willing to show off their homes or their collections, and
The
some of it's
best one,
really fascinating.
the best one on YouTube. Look up Tesco V, who's the punk rock musician that was in the Meatmen. It's spelled Tesco, last name Vee, like Bobby V.
Let's go.
He has the best monster collection probably in the United States, maybe in the known world of vintage monster stuff.
There's
Unbelievable.
the guitarist from Metallica has a
Oh
huge
yeah, Kirk
monster
Hammett.
collection.
Yeah, he does
Yeah,
too. Yeah,
he, he's
yeah. So
amazing. His collection's amazing.
well, yes, of course it is. Tesco V did it with less money, obviously, but I think even Kirk Hammett would admire Tesco V's collection. Yeah,
Oh, I'm sure he would. I'm sure.
yeah. Kirk Hammett.
I,
Yeah, he's got original Basil Gogos paintings, and he was gonna buy the grandmother from Texas Chainsaw Massacre for my friend Tom, but that
oh,
never
was
went
he
through.
really?
Yeah, that never went through. That's still. He passed. My friend passed away, but the family still has the dead grandmother in the chair from that movie.
You know,
Uh,
another collection that's really phenomenal is Guillermo del Toro's.
yeah, yeah, he's good too. Yeah, yeah, he's another one.
He's
Yeah.
got he's got quite a collection.
Someone earlier was saying he's doing a Frankenstein movie. I don't know who. Somebody was saying that in the chat. I didn't even know
That's what
that.
I've heard too. Yeah, that he's made a Frankenstein. He made a Pinocchio movie, from what I understand.
Myers
But
says, and
I
it's
guess,
going to be on Zoom, the Children's Television Workshop. Those kids that jump around and shout, right? I don't think Zoom was from the Children's Television Workshop. It was from some horrible local station in Chicago or something.
yeah,
No,
in
there's a
Boston,
link. Do you want me to post the
Boston,
link?
W
You guys want me to post the link right now?
WTH.
Yes, put it in the chat, and if they let you, and then I'll put it on the screen here. Geiger had that birth canal train in his backyard. Oh my God, Geiger was into. I think he might have been into some of that occult stuff, man. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
H.R. Giger.
Giger, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah,
He. Oh my gosh, his stuff was amazing.
yeah. But there was some. Yeah, he was into a little bit of the occult.
Yeah, he's
Um,
more Necronomicon than this guy we're talking about. This guy we're talking about is more
Yeah.
Flash Gordon, I think.
yeah, yeah. This guy is fascinating because he's like he's more of a yeah he's this guy sounds like someone that would hang out with Nikola Tesla and Elon Musk kind of people. Uh, Myers says his house was badass. I guess referring to Geiger. Um,
I want to say that publisher from Game Room Magazine was from my state. I met him once before he gave up the magazine. But obviously, I have every issue with that because I'm into the games.
oh, Game. You have every issue of Game Room.
Oh yeah, and the publisher was really nice. I met him once.
Did is
Is
this is
Gamer and
this
Game
is
Informer the same?
I think Game
no.
Informer is more about like video games, like platform, whereas Game Room Magazine's about actual game rooms of like arcade cabinets and pinball machines in
Yeah.
one's
Okay.
home.
Yeah, Game Room has got like kind of an older crowd. Game Informer is about the games you play on your TV set as opposed to games that used to be in arcades that people brought
Do you
into
guys
their
have
homes.
do you have the first appearance of Donkey Kong and Mario Brothers in a comic? It's called Blip something. Blip
That,
number
that was Marvel, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
Blip number 4. I don't know what number it is, but I have it.
I have an
Yeah, I think
issue
that
of Blip, but it's not that one. The one I have of Blip has a guy in a Spider-Man suit playing a game on the cover, a photograph. I think that's what I've got.
Oh, speaking of Spider-Man, did you watch uh the podcast? What's his name? The therapy guy, group therapy guy.
Uh, no, because I was doing a live stream this morning, but I was
So last
got
night he was showing the Spider-Man TV series, the live action one.
the American one.
Yeah, how did you not get in trouble for showing that?
I don't know, but the Crypt Keeper of Castle Hills used to have that up on his YouTube channel, and that's not what got him in trouble. It was other things.
He was showing the full thing. I mean, I'd never seen
Well,
that before. It came out in the 70s.
yeah, it was a series of TV movies, and then it became a series. It didn't last long. It
It
was really
wasn't
nothing
bad. I
like
thought it
the
was pretty good.
well. At the time, I didn't like it very much because it didn't have any of the villains from the show. It didn't have any of the
Yeah, the
cast of
villains are
characters.
weird. The villains are really strange. Yeah,
Were there strange? I just remember like bank robbers, real pedestrian. I don't remember any. There were never any costume villains.
that's what I meant. I'm like, there weren't villains that I knew. They were like
Yeah,
made up. The
but I
show.
mean, I mean, there was there was J. Jonah
Yeah, they were
Jameson and
real
I think
people.
Robbie
They were just
Robertson,
real
but
people.
there was
Real
no Mary
people.
Jane Watson or the dog knocked the phone down. I think the dog is hungry, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, yeah. What was great, though, at the same time that the American TV show was on,
Oh, the
was
Japanese one
the
was great. Yeah,
Japanese one. They it didn't follow the comic book either, but it was far more insane. It was more comic book alike as far as costume villains, and of course, it also Spider-Man also had a giant robot, transforming robot, and it was a fantastic show.
yeah, that was good.
And it
That
had the
that
thing
always,
in one
I always
episode
see
as
that.
huh?
I always find that on Blu-ray at conventions, but the American one I never see.
Yeah, trust me, if you were around in 1978, that one, you would, your excitement would fade really quickly. You were excited the first few episodes, and then because you
That
were
one.
seeing Spider-Man moving in life, but then you realize this is shitty. After you just keep watching it week after week, and then you realize I don't really like this. Now the Hulk series was more likable. It's because it was just a better show. But it was
I
really
posted
not
in the
like the
chat
comic.
right
It
now.
was more the fugitive. Just it was like if the fugitive would turn into a monster at the end of every episode.
I posted in the chat. Tell me if that worked. Doesn't show up as a link in
No,
my.
I don't think they'll let other people post in the chat. It's like I'm the only one that can post links, I think, unless I give you a blue wrench, and I don't know how to do that.
Give me the blue wrench. Hit me on the side where those little three little dots are.
Is that how it works? Well, put
Yeah,
a comment. Put a comment into the chat. Just
yeah.
say hi or something, and then I'll click on the three dots and see if I can do it. Well, hold on. Let
Good.
me see if I can give Meyer a blue wrench. Um,
Give us all blue
okay.
wrenches. Everybody in the chat gets a
Okay.
blue
It
wrench.
says I can star the comment, delete the comment, put user in timeout, or ban user and delete their comments. Those are my only choices.
Maybe you have to get 1,000 subscribers before you can hand out wrenches.
No, because those people like the I don't know what is his name, um, Doctor Silver Age, and Graphic Man have fewer subscribers than they have Blue Wrench people.
Okay,
I
let me.
think there's
What's the,
just you just have to know what button to press. Maybe you have to do it on a computer. I'm on my phone. Maybe there's options. I don't know how to do anything honestly.
I'll send you the link and you can post it then.
Yeah, send me the link. Maybe you could send it in a private chat. I could cut and paste it, put it in the.
I'm on the other phone, so I'm on Instagram right now.
Or if you could send me the link through Instagram, I could
Yeah,
cut and paste it. I could put
it's
it in
there.
here.
Yeah,
It's
it's there.
there.
Check it out. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go get it. Hold on.
It says unavailable. That's weird. I don't know if it works.
Oh
Yeah,
well,
I think it's a
maybe.
broken link I just sent you.
Well, you can't. You can't. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can't. A Zoom meeting link isn't going to work until she starts the meeting. So if you try clicking on it before she starts the meeting, then it's not, I don't think it's going to go anywhere.
All right, let me
Let
try
me
it.
see. Okay, so this. Hold on a second. Where do I go? Okay, this is a link to a Facebook. This must be a Zoom meeting on Facebook. I don't know.
No, it's just a link that's coming from there. Hold on,
Oh,
let me go to the actual place. Let me put.
okay. There's the link. I put it there. I don't know what it does. It says it's a Facebook. Maybe it's a Facebook link that shows. And then from there you go to the Zoom link. I don't know. But we can figure it out, and we can get it. I mean, we still have several days before this thing happens and everything. And I only work half a day on Wednesdays, so I'll be off early. And
Let me see if I can get the link here. Here we go. This is gonna work now. Oh, here. Here's a better one.
does it say Zoom on it?
No.
I wish we could just do this on a YouTube channel. It just seems like it would make more sense and be less complicated.
I clicked on the link. It just took me to the Facebook link. Just say interested or going.
Oh,
Yeah. I'll get you a better link.
okay. Damn it. Do you think, Ship Creep, that we'll be able to see your arcade by Christmas? Make a good Christmas present.
I'll have to work double time for that.
Okay. That's another thing I like to watch and see people's basement arcades and things on YouTube. I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, people are really creative. I'll love to
Have
see
you
what they
seen my
do.
Spider-Man 4-player game?
Um, I don't know if he's seen it. I could cut to your camera.
I can turn it
And
on if you want to see it work.
are you interested in him turning his machine on to see it? Ship Creep.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
video game. Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Okay, hold on. Let me figure out what's going on here. Which one are you? Okay, there.
I think
Do you want me to
that
turn
came
it
out in
on?
that came out in the '90s, right?
It came out
That's
in, what's that say?
yeah,
91?
'91. Yeah.
It's all original, supposedly. The only bad thing is they drilled it. They drilled out that right there because they couldn't
Yeah,
get in it.
they put a lock bar across the lockdown bar, so people couldn't open the cash box.
That's the only thing wrong with it. Other than that, it's pretty good shape.
You got a 25-inch monitor in there. It's pretty big, right?
Thing's big, yeah.
Yeah. Normally they're 19 inches. That's what the normal, like Pac-Man and stuff like that. It's 19. That's probably a 25-inch monitor.
Do they measure from corner to corner?
Yeah, I think like a TV.
Diagonal. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll measure it real quick.
They there's a really cool Spider-Man pinball machine from I think about 78.
Yeah, I think they have Gottlieb made that. They made, I think Hulk too, right?
Yes. Used to go to this pinball convention called it was in Dallas that was yearly, and they would have all these people would bring their pinball machines and set them up on free play in this giant ballroom, and that was always fun.
Well, it's like 24. Maybe it is 25.
Yeah, it's a bigger monitor. That's nice.
Myers says, Kevin, I'll call you on Tuesday for the masks, comics, and Big Jim stuff.
Cool. Yeah, Chip Creek, I got to get your stuff out still. Your mask, I got a hairnet. That's as far as I got.
Take your time. Fine.
There's your witch right there.
I love that.
Now I'm thinking all these masks need cigarettes dangling out of their mouths. No,
Yeah,
they
Bone
really
Daddy's
do.
gonna have to. He's gonna have to produce that. That's great.
That's a
Manufacture
great
those.
idea.
Oh yeah, that's beyond words. Cool. Everyone needs one in their caves. shit, it's almost 9. I told my wife I was only going to do this live stream for like an hour. Shit. But this recording, this Christmas recording I'm doing is only going to last another 10 minutes, and then I probably need
All right, I
to,
finally got the link. I finally got it.
okay. Is it on Instagram? Where do I go
Yeah,
to
I'm
get
gonna
it?
do it. Let me see if it works in the chat, and then I'll go to Instagram if that doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't think they let people post links in chats. I think they always get banned.
It's a long link. It looks like.
Yeah, Zoom meetings reek of, to
It's kind
me.
of a website. It's a website link, basically.
Yeah, you're right. But
Yeah,
Zoom
that works.
meetings are what you did it for work during the pandemic. So to me, Zoom meetings always bring
There you
back
go.
memories of that.
Yeah.
Not pleasant
Look
memories.
at your
We know
Instagram
how
now.
you
That
felt
should
about
work.
those.
Oh look, yeah. Let's see here. Oh yeah, there it is. Watch Colin. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Watch Colin Cantwell discuss his work on Star Wars and more. Copy. Okay. Let me see if I can put it in the link here.
There's the bag. The bag for your mask.
Oh, there it went. Uh, Someone
To the
click on it and see if it takes you to the thing. And then I'll put it under this video, this link, so you don't, because I don't know how to access the chat after the show's gone up. But I'll put it right as a comment under this video when it's done, so you can easily click on it through this episode. And I'll make a big deal out of this address between now and uh, Wednesday night when this happens. Is anyone be able to click on it? Does it take you to where the Zoom meeting might happen?
I'm gonna go look at it and see my other phone.
I don't see it.
If someone watching would click on that, it would be helpful.
I'm gonna go look right now on my other phone.
You're on the
Oh, okay.
Gotham City Instagram?
Huh?
Should be
Gotham
in the.
City Instagram?
Yeah, I see the link. It's right in the chat on the YouTube down here.
Yeah, it is there. But can you click on it and will it take you
Oh, that
there?
one.
Let's see. I clicked on it.
It's this one. This is the link, folks, right here. It's supposed to be.
Yeah, it takes you there.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Colin Cantwell,
Yeah, what
hosted by
information does
Gotham
it
City
say?
Comics.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
If you buy prints, you can get a discount, 15%. I have
Okay.
one of the prints. You guys want to see it?
Yeah, I'd also like to, if you would click on the buy prints button, I'd like to see what others think she is. Yeah, this is cool. How much do her prints cost?
I don't know, but I'll ask her if she can send you one.
They were between $25 and 89, 59, 119, 69, different prices. Looks like they start at
Shoot,
25.
where'd mine go? Was right here. I might have to buy another one.
Uh-huh. What was it? Was it a Star Wars picture?
It was the X-wing, and it was signed to Gotham City Comics.
Oh, so does she have a whole bunch? Are these all signed by her husband that she's
Yeah,
selling?
they're all signed. Yeah.
So he signed a bunch before he passed away, huh?
Dang it! I thought I would lost it.
A little turn up.
Some of these are like depictions of like the beginnings of his, I guess, thoughts of the Falcon. pretty wild.
What could it be? Oh, I know where it could be. I have so many things to hang up, and I don't have enough walls.
Yeah.
It's everybody's problem, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh no! Don't fall. Light bulb tubes. We don't want those flying.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys would hear explosions. Yeah, it's gonna be down here, I bet. Down here with the Bernie Wrightson original. Here it is. Found it. Oh yeah, I want to see if that Dave Stevens dealer's there tomorrow. You remember he had prints?
Of Jay Stevens art?
Not Jay Stevens, Dave Stevens.
Oh, Dave Stevens, yeah. Oh, okay. So that's the earliest X-Wing.
Yeah, this is the print he gave me 5, 6 years ago.
Yeah, that's you can see how that would eventually turn into what we saw in the movie.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool. It's even cooler than the original one, I think.
Oh, yeah. Look at the texture on the thing. It's
Yeah, it's like pastels or chalk or something. Is
I
that what that is?
That
I can't,
definitely looks like an X-wing. I don't know how to put it, but it definitely looks like the X-wing was kind of fashioned after that.
yeah. Yeah, you see the Star Wars in that for sure.
Like an X-wing prototype almost.
Yeah. Now, George Lucas, well, I hate to say if George Lucas was smart, but if George Lucas was thinking when he made the Phantom Menace, the prequels, he would have used the early drawings of those ships to show the past of that universe. But
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at they're like on that photo kind of paper. Is that what that stuff's called?
uh, yeah, probably. Okay.
Yeah, I need to hang this up.
Is she selling these prints? Yeah, apparently there's a link to the print store on that link that was put up. So
Yeah, you
it
guys save money if
could.
you buy them through that link.
Yeah, and I think Kevin gets you get a little bit of kickback too.
Yeah, I'll split it with you. I don't think anybody's gonna buy them anyways, but
Oh, I don't know. I hope they do. If they if instead of splitting them with me, just put it towards my pile, and because some of these new books I want to get, man.
That's awesome.
Is there could you click on the link on your phone so we can kind of see what other pictures are available
oh yeah,
to
27th, November 27th. That's the day before Thanksgiving.
all right.
5:30 my time. So that's 6:30 your time, right?
But see, the thing is, what about if they miss it? How do they watch it later? She's saving it, and she's gonna give it the copy of it to you, so you could put it on your YouTube channel, and I could put it on my YouTube channel somehow. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
I've never seen these other prints.
These all look like that, 1950s, 60s kind of paperback science fiction art that's or what you'd see on the cover of those little digest science fiction magazines, paperback covers. Yeah. Death Star model.
Is it an actual photo of the model? Let's see. Might be an actual photo of the model, right?
I I'd have to see it in person to know what's going on there.
Because like there's a tree or something right here, right? Is that a bush?
I don't, I don't know.
I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Death Star.
Well, I know that, but what's this over here? That's not part of the stars. It's like a tree, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It almost looks like a Muppet head.
Maybe it's an incoming ship.
No, all this stuff over here.
Yeah,
Like, is
that's what
that
I'm
supposed to
saying.
be it exploding? I have no idea what that is.
Like this might be a model sitting outside right here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, well,
I,
that would make sense.
That's the
Yeah,
actual
Death
model.
Star
Oh,
well,
model.
let's
let's see
read.
what it says there.
Yeah. Available in two sizes, hand autographed. Limited quantity remain.
Yeah, it probably is a bush. Yeah, it's being photographed outside.
Oh, there's the trench. Zoomed in trench. Let's see this.
And that's the sound of the trench.
Did you hear that motorcycle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody had
Oh,
a
how
dirt bike.
appropriate that you're showing a picture of the trench and that motorcycle goes by.
Wow, that's the first Millennium Falcon. Oh, I could see the inspiration because they kept that little front part. Remember?
yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
that's cool.
They kept that front part, but they made it more round.
yeah.
The cockpit, is that what that's supposed to be? Yeah, the cockpit where they sit.
Oh, it's the left side of the Millennium Falcon. Yeah, they totally changed that. That's huge. Like that would be like a whole. That would fit a lot more people than they had. Uh-oh, I pushed something. Yeah, they changed that big time. They only kept that front part.
Yeah, that's really pretty unrecognizable as the Millennium Falcon, though. Um,
Oh, here's the print that I had, right?
I still think Ralph McQuarrie was the guy that realized more closely what was seen in the movie, but this guy did come up with the initial, very earliest ideas and designs, and they are good designs. But Ralph McQuarrie does still deserves a huge amount of credit, obviously, if not.
That one was kept pretty similar.
Well, didn't Ralph McQuarrie do his drawings and paintings just only based on what George Lucas described to him?
Well, it
That's
looks
what
like.
I've heard.
Well, yeah, but it looks like this guy was in the mix there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was feeding it to Lucas, then Lucas was feeding it to that guy.
Yeah,
Wow.
Opening battle scene. So far I like my print the best. I think that's why I picked that one. I think they let me pick.
yeah, I would agree with you on that.
What's going on in there? I don't even see what's going on.
Yeah,
My
uh,
eyes are going up.
yeah, these phones are destroying all our eyes, I think. But yeah, it's. I really, if it Sith
Sith
ship
ship.
comes, um,
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
This is kind of close to resembling what was right.
It's
yeah,
very close.
that is very close. Yeah, but I honestly wouldn't probably have any of these on my wall. I mean, the one you
None of
have
them.
is probably the best. The one you have is, I think, the best.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I have Well, I know
Can I
you
see
guys
the
say I
TIE
have a lot of
fighters?
space, but if all the stuff that it's like, I mean, honestly, if I was that one, yeah, but I think Ralph McQuarrie paintings would be more interesting to me than and it's no offense, just this is just really early. This is fascinating to look at, but as far as having it as a major thing on my
That's
wall,
cool.
I
That
don't know.
almost looks like a an aircraft carrier.
Yes, it does. Yeah, I never really thought about that. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's a good one too. I don't know how big that poster is.
Can we see the TIE fighters?
Yeah,
I'd like to
this
see
one.
those.
Oh, this looks like another model outside. You can see his bushes out here.
Oh, well, that gives you a sense of scale for the thing, kind of.
Come on, click. The hell? Is it sold out already?
Try the
I
other
don't know.
one. Try that.
Oh,
There's
there it
another
goes.
one down there.
Here it goes. That was too.
There you go. Oh wow.
That's super close to the final.
Yes, yeah, it is.
Do you remember a famous monsters magazine that they showed the winners of a Star Wars diorama contest that they were having?
Yeah, I do.
And you had to buy a certain amount of the Kenner figures or the Kenner ships. The TIE fighters, the guy who won, his TIE fighters were handmade and they looked a lot like those TIE fighters.
Hmm.
Prints of model photos. Oh shoot! What did I do? I hit the wrong button. There it is. The X-wing model outside on a table.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, I see. I see the grass there. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, uh, these model kits. I'm surprised they're not in a museum or something.
They might. They might be.
Can you imagine having one? I mean, if you could request one from her, it's like, hey, by the way, could I request one of your husband's model kits?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. That's all pretty. This is all pretty fascinating, man.
Oh, here we have the X-wing extended. We've been seeing it with it closed. The Y-wing's pretty close too. Look at.
Yeah, that is that is very close. Yeah,
Very close to the.
That's close to the final.
yeah, it is.
It's nice.
Y wing was not really seen that much in the movie, as I recall.
Wasn't there another one that was kind of sideways? It was called a B wing or something like that.
I I don't know.
That's it. We looked at them all.
That's cool.
I still like mine the best.
I agree with
Yeah,
you. That's the
yours is
best.
cool.
Man, I need to probably get upstairs and see if
Yeah, we can call it a night. I did all my homework with you, so I don't have to call you later or anything.
right. Well, great. So, do you think you might pop on a couple of times during the convention tomorrow?
I want to, yeah. I want to
Yeah,
show you guys this guy from Tucson, all that monster stuff that he came up with last time.
yeah, please. But if you if it's real painful to be holding the camera, just maybe get one of your buddies to hold it or something.
No, I can hold the. I think. Let me see. Yeah, holding the camera is easier with my bad arm than actually going through comics, probably.
It's funny how that Vampirella poster just pops up and everybody's. It's just the common link between all of our channels. It's always omnipresent.
Vampirella. We all lust after her.
Oh, well, that's a crude word.
Oh, I'm sorry. We all like her.
Oh my gosh. Let's see, man.
Nobody talks about the bat though.
I don't think that bat was meant to be seen that big. Yeah, no one really
I don't think
focuses.
so.
It's yeah. Well, good grief.
We'll keep the bats all together. Got the bat right here on the door.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Let's put them upside down or right side up.
Yeah. Oh.
Upside down,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, they look like they're definitely related.
Same size teeth. Same, almost the same nose.
Whole same snout.
Yeah. Well, I guess I need to head on up and see what's going on, man. Watch some
All
movies,
right.
which I promised to do. But it's been nice, and I'll be around tomorrow. If you need any, if what are you doing tomorrow, Gary?
I'm actually celebrating Thanksgiving with my girlfriend and her family.
Oh,
They celebrate it. They're celebrating tomorrow, so she invited me to come over and just spend the day with the family. So
that
I'm
sounds fun.
delighted. Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
have a good time.
And then you can have another Thanksgiving on Thursday, and that sounds even
Yeah,
better.
and it's going to be at her house again because my sister and my niece are not really interested in doing anything for Thanksgiving. So I get two Thanksgivings this week, which is nice.
That's good. They ought to just have it. Thanksgiving should be like 7 days of eating giant amounts of food. That's what it should be.
7 days of gorging.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be all American, man. I'm all for it.
there you go. I'm all for it too. It sounds like a good idea. Let's start that.
Well, it looks like they've shut the lights off at Gotham City Comics, so maybe we should
Yeah.
all be doing the same thing here. Let me
All right.
so I'll be shutting the lights off here and I'll be
Sounds
seeing you guys soon. Take care, everybody.
you too.
Hello,
Bye.
goodbye.
I'll be up
Goodbye.
early.